for all OFWs na out there, right? Aspiring OFW as well. Marami sa inyo na sinasabi nyo hindi nyo kaya, right? A single mom or an OFW mom na napunta sa ibang bansa, mag-isa, homesick, sabi niya, hindi ko na kaya. Let Miss Anna Santos be an inspiration. Na if she can do it, you can too.
Yeah.
Okay? And again, not only for her, hindi lang siya. There's always a single person. If there's a single person na nakagawa na matalunan niya ang kanyang kahirapan, ang kanyang pinagdadaanan ngayon. If you know someone na naka-jump to that obstacle, it means you can too. That's the whole purpose of this OFWpreneurs podcast, to inspire you to jump.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Welcome to OFWpreneurs Podcast. This is JP Adena, your host. The title is OFWpreneurs, Overseas Filipino Entrepreneurs with Big Ideas. And our guest for today is Miss Anna Santos. Ayan, isang OFWpreneur. Hi, Anna Santos.
Hi! Kumusta? Kumusta kayong lahat?
Super awesome here. Nandito po kami sa Pilipinas at siya po, kung hindi niyo po alam, ay nasa Canada. Ayan. So kami ay umaga, sila ay gabi.
Gabi.
So good morning, good night, or good morning and good evening sa inyong lahat ng mga kaibigang OFW at saka mga hindi na mga OFWs. So, Miss Anna Santos, hindi pa po kami nagkikita. Yan. Yun po yung maganda sa technology. Kahit hindi pa kami nagkikita, Facebook ang messenger na nangyari sa amin. And she suggested to this podcast guesting. At gusto natin kilalanin si Miss Anna Santos kasi hindi pa kami nagkikita eh. Sino ba si Anna Santos? Kumbaga, in front of a mirror, describe yourself as a third person. Anna Santos is who?
Okay, Anna Santos is a mom. I'm a mom of 4 children. And of course, I'm happily married. And we are Filipino Canadians. Of course, we are living in Canada right now for how many years now? More than 10 years na, mga 15 years na. And then, so I used to work as in the medical field for 20 plus years, okay? In the Philippines, and then we came here. So ang background ko is from the medical field. And at the same time, I built my business around that, field. So yun ang aking journey. Ngayon, yun ang aking title, Serial Mommy Entrepreneur ang tawag nila sa akin because I run businesses from home. Just because I'm a stay-at-home mom right now and I'm taking care of my children and my household. Yun.
Wow, that's super awesome. Miss Anna Santos, natatandaan ko kasi friends tayo sa Facebook. I think we're linked up through the Truly Rich Club ni Mr. Bo Sanchez. At natutuwa ako kasi when you say, ang una niyong sinabi is mom. Right? Parang, hindi yun, parang sa akin, ang una lang sinasabi, yung achievement nila, yung career nila, for example, CEO, ganon, or something. Yung ang una sinasabi is, I'm a ambassador of something, ganon, or CEO of something, di ba? Pero ang una niyong sinabi is mom. Right? So, isipin, ang core ng inyong values, right? Just like sa True Rich Club din as a value, is yung family mo. Kasi yung proudest, the first thing you said, is mom.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? So I would assume that everything that you're doing is for your family and it's about your family. Am I right?
Exactly. Yes, of course. Absolutely. Napakatama ng sinabi mo. Kasi you know why? Kasi the reason why I am doing what I'm doing right now is because of my family. I gave up my career. I was at the peak. Yung nasa prime ako eh. You know, yung pagdating po ng Canada, kasi bibihira kasi sa mga dumadating dito na mapupunta agad dun sa kanilang trade, sa line of work nila, sa profession nila. So, na-absorb agad ako ng malaking hospital dito without having anybody to back me up. Talagang blessing ni Lord sa akin pagdating ko dito, as in talagang may offer agad ako, and at the same time, I was able to work for the United States. So, it was really a very good job for me. Everything was good. The pay, the employer, talagang lahat, and the benefits. But then, something happened to me. And that's where I was able to really transition from being, a career woman to being a full-time stay-at-home mom. And my advocacy right now is, that's why they call me the serial mommy entrepreneur. My heart goes all for the moms out there in the world, and I'm helping them. That's my main advocacy right now, because I've gone through the pain. Okay. And if I'm gonna tell you more about that, because I've had postpartum depression with my fourth child. So I suffered from depression just because I almost died. With I had
Complications to sa giving birth.
complications. So 8 months ako nanganak, and then I had profuse bleeding, and that led me to feeling quite not being myself. I lost myself just because when I think about paano kung namatay ako or yung baby ko. So I was thinking like, I could have just, parang hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na I don't want to waste another day or two para lang, alam mo yun. And at that point, I knew for myself na family is the most important thing in the world. Okay? And money can be earned. But the thing is, I know it's really hard to parang i-sustain mo yung living, because the cost of living is so high.
Ano sa Canada?
Exactly. So, raising 4 children, and ang cost of living namin napakataas. So, isa yun sa dilemma namin. So, I wanted to stay, of course, but the reality is, I had to also help my husband earn a living because walang libre.
Yeah.
Or else, ang malaking budget namin napupunta lang sa housing. And almost more than half of the income, the household income, paano kung wala pa akong income? So, but good thing through the Rich Club really helped me a lot in the way I set up things, yung preparation and stuff. Kasi that's why I really am so happy and blessed that I was able to find Brother Bo Sanchez and yung mindset ba. So I applied what he was teaching, and then yung preparation-wise, being responsible na hindi naman agad from the moment na I said na, okay, I wanted to jump right off from transitioning from corporate to stay-at-home, hindi ko naman ginawa yan. We had that timeline. Okay? So, sabi ko
planado, kumbaga. Hindi siya bigla.
No. It's because I know the repercussions or the implications of myself having to resign from work na medyo maganda rin ang income ko doon, and it would really impact us negatively. So what I did was I prepared, we gave ourselves, my husband and I had this plan of, okay, and in the date so and so, and then I'm ready to just, jump right off and then give it up and take care of the children while I am running my household and earning a living.
Earn a living at the same time, right? Kumbaga, that's nakita ko sa background niya, again, mommy means business.
Yes.
Kumbaga, parang to the core, it's about the household. It's about the home, right? Yun yung parang ano nyo, kumbaga ginagawa nyo yung IP. In a way, kung na business ginagawa nyo yung IP, intellectual property nyo. Pangalawa, yun naman talaga yung kung yung pagkataon. Kaka-Mother's Day lang.
Yeah.
Usually, or before na-share ko na tong video na to, yung isang interview about, so parang nakakatawa kasi parang ganito yung setup. Online interview siya, and then in-interview yung mga applicants ng isang let's say officer or siguro HR manager, and then parang pinapakita niya na busy siya ganon, or parang busy yung interviewer, and then yung in-interview parang nane-neglect, and then yung tanong niya na handa ka ba na ganito, of course lahat ng ini-interview pa-impress sila lahat, di ba? Pa-impress sila lahat.
Yeah.
Nangyari, yung sabi nung yung trabahong to is 24 hours a day.
I think I saw that one.
24 hours a day, and then parang hectic yung trabaho. And then sabi nila, okay daw sila. Kahit Sunday magtatrabaho on call, okay daw sila. And then CFO, parang gano'n nangyari, sinabi lahat ng posisyon. And then yun ang gagawin mo. Tapos sa dulo sabi, there's no pay. Tapos naman nangyari, nagtataka yung mga ini-interview, parang gano'n. And then sabi nila, what if sabihin ko sa'yo na maraming tao ang job ay yun right now and they're doing it walang bayad at kusang loob. Alam mo yung
walang day off. Actually,
parang wala din nga rin rest in a day. Alam mo lang break? Alam niyo yan?
Yep.
Nakadepende sa employees yung break, hindi nakadepende sa iyo yung break. Alam mo yun? Hindi mo may
Yeah.
insist na, 12 o'clock na, dapat kumain na ako eh. Diba?
Yep.
In the end, parang naiyak sila lahat and then parang I think they have to, parang ang gusto kong reaction na isang lalaki na parang tigasin yung dating bigla sabi niya, I think I have to call my mom. Yung ganon, di ba? So, big deal sa akin yun. Nakaka-relate ako sa sinasabi ninyo dahil 11 years ako sa Hong Kong as an OFW. Tapos, my mother, she decided na hindi maging OFW. She was supposed to go. But then she decided na hindi. Parang that's the route that she decided upon. At parang thankful ako na nangyari yon. But then hindi ko siya kinopya. Ako yung umalis. Umalis pa rin ako. So parang ibang path naman yung sa akin. So I think what I'm saying is there's no right path. There's just the intention of home, right? This is the OFWpreneurs Podcast, and ang message talaga is to all OFWs and even aspiring OFWs na the fastest way to come home for good nang hindi ka nagmamadali is to actually start a business. And it's very appropriate ng message na to kasi kahit yung website ko po nakalagay, yung umpisa nakalagay JP Adena helps you come home. And then, my guest for today is Miss Anna Santos, and it's all about home. It's all about home. Alam mo yung, instantly, with my message and with the podcast, I'm attracted sa kung ano yung pinapakita ninyo sa Facebook niyo, sa YouTube niyo, sa mga books na ginagawa ninyo. And one thing na nag-attract din talaga sa akin is maybe you have my email. You know why? Kasi mayroong part na meron kayong pinost about productivity, about time management. So, ang pinakamalaking challenge ng isang mommy, napag-usapan lang natin, right? Is yung alam niyo, 24 hours a day, no break, etc., etc. How do you do it? Do you have a hack? Do you have I think I can benefit with this. So, ano yung sekreto ni Anna Santos about productivity? Yan.
Okay. Sa akin, one word. Prioritization. And as you have mentioned, napansin mo na ang aking unang bukang bibig is mommy. I'm a mom first before becoming an entrepreneur. Okay? So that's the most important role that I play. Of course, being a wife. And kasama na yon. So basically, I live every single day as a mom. And then, pag meron akong extra na mga, alam mo yon, time for, and that's the only time that I can, tsaka malalaki naman yung mga anak ko eh. So, I include my children in everything that I do. I include them in the conversation, especially on the kitchen table. And they know exactly, because the thing is, they wouldn't understand unless we include them. The way, kumbaga age appropriate, yung manner na naiintindihan nila. Kasi yung age gaps ng mga anak ko, medyo malayo yung mga pangatlo kasi nga we adjusted first. But they understand what mom is up to. So, and then actually, they are actually, nakakatawa yung isang araw eh. Kasi, di ba, mga puro homeschooling kami ngayon, no?
Forced homeschooling.
Homeschooling ngayon, online learning, ganyan. So, busy ako, sabi ko dun sa bata, sa anak ko, after ko siyang malutuan kasi early morning ako, 5 o'clock, gising, luto ng pagkain sa asawa ko, ng baon niya for work, and then pagkain ng mga anak ko, mga tanghali na gumising. But then, and the moment na tapos na ako, dito na ako sa station ko, and I continue working, and then yung mga tasks ko nasa nasa calendar na yan, talagang plakado ba, na I shouldn't miss anything. But okay lang naman na ma-miss ko yan, kasi ang buhay ng nanay, may mga moments na, mami, ganyan. So, uunahin ko sila. Meron ako mga non-negotiable. They know na I would tell them, okay, just like today, sabi ko sa dalawang bata na yung maliit, kasi mga maliliit talagang alam mo yung dumadamba pa sila sa akin kasi mga maliliit pa. Sabi ko, 8 o'clock to 10, it's mommy's time because I have a business meeting today. So they won't bother me. They know that. So they understand. That's why I include them in the conversation. And nandiyan naman ang dad nila. So nandun sila sa
At
baba.
what age? At what age would you say is age appropriate, mga ganun?
As early as 2 years old, we were talking about business on the kitchen table, how we save money, how they understand.
So, not necessarily you're talking to them, but
no,
it's exposed to them.
yes, but without you knowing it, they are actually absorbing the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, me and my husband became financial advisors back in 2010, but hindi na ako active, yung husband ko na lang. But we were talking about insurances, savings, stock market, real estate. We kind of have been bringing that ideas or concepts on the kitchen table while we are all eating.
Yeah.
So that's why when we would talk about business, they kind of know the idea. And ito ay sinasabi ko, because I was saying, sabi ko to sa bata, okay, after your lunch, I'm gonna teach you the fraction, okay? Sabi nung anak ko, you know what? Sabi niya, no ma'am, you don't know fraction, just teach me business. So natawa ako, sabi ko, what? So you think I don't know fraction, but I can teach you, but you want me to teach you business? Yeah ma'am, just teach me business. So from that line sa bata at a 7-year-old, he knows that I'm a businesswoman, I'm an entrepreneur, na we're talking about business, and I don't, he wants me, because he must be saying na ang mami ko is an authority of that subject matter, because he probably is reading that idea, the concept.
Yeah.
So nagulat ako, sabi ko talaga ang bata, hindi mo alam na talagang napipick up nila talaga yung yung mga sinasabi. That's why we really have to be very careful with the words we say.
Yes. Baga naalala ko yung quote na sinasabi na, you can't teach your children, but they will just copy you.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Something to that effect yung quote, pero hindi mo ma-force ang isang bagay sa kanya.
No.
But gawin mo yung gusto mo ma-force sa kanya, and then he will just copy it. Hindi
actually watch you they're watching you.
Okay, just imagine yung perspective ng bata, di ba? Naalala niyo, 7 years old ka, di ba? Parang tunnel vision ka nun isa lang yung focus mo akala mo hindi nakikinig yung akala ng mga magulang mo, hindi ka nakikinig sa kanila nung 7 years old ka, pero nakatuto ka sa bawat sinasabi niya, di ba?
Yes.
So, bakit nung tumanda ka na, hindi mo na naalala nung bata ka, di ba? Ganun din sila. Tunnel vision kung makinig sa'yo, di ba? Natutuwa ako kasi yung anak ko din ganun ang nangyayari. So, meron akong bukang bibig sa kanya na parang sinasabi ko, why are you doing business? Kasi di ba, parang ang nangyari, it's time away from her, yung time na sinasabi mong, I have a business meeting for 8 to 10. But minsan naman, ang tanong niya sa akin is, ano ba yung business meeting niya na bakit kailangan makuha sa time ko? Akin yung time na yan. Parang gano'n, lagi naman gano'n, di ba? Yung anak mo pili nila, buong araw mo is time nila, di ba? So, sabi ko, because I want to help other people. Business is basically helping other people.
Absolutely, yes.
Right?
That's
so,
right.
nangyari, may isang instance din, na katulad ng kwento mo, sabi niya, Dad, I want to sell this for whatever you want to hawak-hawak niya. Sabi ko, why? Because I think this will help other people. Di ba? Yeah. So, anong nangyari is, natutuwa ako na, ang na-catch up niya, hindi yung getting money, hoarding money, ganyan. Ang na-catch up is the business. The reason why I'm doing this business is to actually help other people. Right?
That's right.
We had a business before sa Hong Kong. It failed. Just so you know, it failed kasi I'm not saying that this is the sole reason. I have my shortcomings as a business, an entrepreneur sa Hong Kong then.
That's part of it, yeah.
But then the protest came, and then the COVID-19 came. So it's like a downhill from there. And then we decided to come home to Philippines kasi nga we want to restart. Matagal namin gustong i-restart sa Philippines yung business namin. But then I dabbled into real estate before, and now I'm a real estate agent na rin, kumbaga. So natutuwa ako kasi so I'm technically looking at properties, right? So sabi ng anak ko, so Dad, you're selling houses? Parang gano'n, you're selling houses? Yeah, sabi ko, because other people don't have homes? Sabi ko. Because that's precisely it, sabi sa kanya. Kasi katulad natin, right now, we're tumitira kami sa kapatid ko at the moment. Kasi nga, parang hindi pa namin naayos yung bahay namin sa Rizal. And then lockdown came, so wala talaga nangyari. We stopped everything. So parang nangyari sa kanya, just like us, Di ba? Sabi niya, because I want to help other people who don't have homes. Sabi niya, just like us. So parang nakakalungkot in a way. Pero yes, that's the message. Technically, we're scratching our own itch. We're trying to find a house, right? Or to fix the house. But then, our problem is what I'm actually doing, right? So, I would assume, Miss Anna Santos, that you actually scratch your own itch as well. Usually, yung mga entrepreneurs is like that. So, ano talaga yung naging primary concern why you started, let's say, yung transcription, tama ba?
Transcription, yes.
Transcription business. What was the itch that you had before na you did and then you made it happen, made it a business?
Well, actually, back in the day, 1990, because I finished college, medyo matanda na ako, 1996, no? And then I was actually preparing myself for medical school, okay?
That's the path. Yeah.
Yes, medical school. So I finished college in 1996 April. So syempre, ang pasukan naman June. So I still had like 2 months. Hindi kasi ako sanay ng walang ginagawa. So sabi ko, habang naghihintay ako ng enrollment for medical school, sabi ko, I want to find something na pagkakakitaan ko, kung ano iniisip ko, magtinda ba ako? In fact, sabi ko pa nga sa pinsa ko, magtinda tayo ng isaw? Alam mo yung mga ganyan. Kasi sanay talaga ako. Gusto ko talaga yung may nagbebenta ako na hindi ako sanay nung walang ginagawa. Kasi kahit nung college ako, kasi syempre, kinukulang din sa, alam mo yan, sa panggastos. Dahil ang father ko kasi OFW. So, mahirap ang buhay talaga. Sabi ko, hindi dahilan yun para tumigil ako sa pag-aaral. So, gumagawa ako ng paraan. Nagbebenta ako ng shirts, kung ano-ano. Sabi ko, ayoko matigil. So, ngayon, naghanap-hanap ako ng, kasi noon dyaryo pa eh. Wala pa namang internet. May internet na pero, dyaryo nung tumingin ako. Nakita ko sa Las Piñas kasi ako nakatira at that time. Sabi ko, hanap ako ng trabaho na malapit lang sa amin. Nakita ko yung nakalagay doon. Wanted medical transcriptionist. Sabi ko, ano kaya yun? So, parang bago. And at that point pala, yung mga medical transcriptionists, hindi pa talaga uso. Talagang siguro 3 companies pa lang sa buong Pilipinas or 2 lang ang nagpo-provide niya kasi hindi talaga uso. Wala pang ganyan. So, nasama ako sa Pioneer. Okay? Sa mga pioneers at that time. So, 8 o'clock yun. Talagang, ako kasi yung talagang pag gusto ko, talagang punta agad. Ako yung unang-unang applicant. Ako yung unang-unang on the spot na hire ako. So, sabi ko, wow, okay to ah. Tapos, I could still remember, ang sabi ko, na-excite ako sa per day. Ang per day ko nun, 170 pesos yata.
Parang first job mo na yun. Technically, parang
first job ko yun. First job ko yun. So, aside from entrepreneurship, kasi syempre, nagbebenta-benta na ako. Pero yung talagang stable na job na meron ako, sabi ko, uy, okay to ah. Sabi, hindi pa pala. Second job ko na yan. Kasi, nag-property consultant ako, na-involve ako sa real estate.
Habang nag-aaral kayo?
Nung time na nagre-review ako.
Sa lalo of 2 months?
Sorry, I got mixed up. So, ganito pala. So, nag-graduate ako ng April. Nag-board exam ako ng September. So, yung April to July, August, September, nagtrabaho ako as a property consultant. Ahente. Kumbaga ng condominiums. Yeah. Nung time na yon ng condominiums kasi booming.
Hindi pa. Parang ano ba yun? Hindi ko pa nga alam ko yung word na condominium na yun eh.
May condominiums yung mga binibenta namin dyan sa may sa may malapit sa MOA. Ang dami ko nabenta dyan, ha? Ang dami ko nabenta dyan. So, marami ako naipon dyan. So, yun ang gagamitin ko sana sa medical school ko. So, ang enrollment June, di ba? So, sabi ko, gusto kong mag-transition ngayon sa something na related sa akin. So, tumingin ako ng dyaryo, nakita ko yan. So, iniwan ko ang property consultant sa real estate. Pero talagang interested din ako sa real estate. Nakita ko rin eh. Tapos, February yun na ako. And then I dropped the idea of going to medical school. So, yun na. And then what happened was, sabi nung may mga kamag-anak kami dito, sabi nung isang kamag-anak, uy, in demand yan sa Canada eh. Pati ka mag-apply. Sabi ko, subukan ko lang.
Parang angel yun ah. Angel yung kaibigan na yun o kamag-anak na yun ah. Kasi that's your path.
So, nag-apply ako, medtech din ako, medical technologist din ako. So, nag-apply ako sa medtech. Naku, ang dami kong kalaban. So, kasi nung time na yun, point system sa Canada. So, meron ka dapat certain points na i-hit. Tapos, kung in-demand yung course mo, tsaka yung trabaho mo, dapat related yan. So, sa medical technologist, medyo mahina ang chance kasi ang dami namin.
Kumbaga parang quota siya.
Oo. Sa medical transcriptions, ilan lang kami. Doon ako pumasok, no?
Galing.
So, doon ako sa top. So, madaling salita, to cut the story short, napunta kami dito. Okay, napunta ako dito. Pagdating ko dito, 2 weeks nagpag-land ko, I was able to, yun nga, nakapunta agad ako sa hospital, in demand yan. And then, nakakuha ko ng contract sa
as
US.
Medical transcriptionist?
Yes. As medical transcriptionist, I landed as an immigrant, and then medical transcriptionist ang work ko agad. And then I was able to get contract as I was employed sa hospital full-time. Meron akong contract na nakuha sa US. And then meron pa akong sideline. So 3 ang trabaho ko. Okay? Sa
ayaw talaga magpahinga eh.
Ganyan ako talaga eh. Hindi pa yan. Nagbebenta pa ako ng Mary Kay, nagbebenta ako ng... Alam mo, I am that type of person na who wouldn't really waste my time. Especially dito sa Canada. Sabi ko gano'n. Sabi ko, ang daming opportunities. So, grab ako ng grab. Tapos, 4 bali ang ginagawa ko. Yung transcriptionist 3, and then nagme-Mary Kay pa ako. Yung, alam mo yung nagbebenta ng mga makeup.
I'm familiar with Mary Kay.
I did very well in every area. Na talagang at until such time na yun na, sabi ko, nung nagkaroon ako ng baby, nung 4, kasi 4 na sila, di ba? Yun nga, nagkaroon ako postpartum depression.
That's how it...
Ngayon, oo. So that's how it all came about, na parang, sabi ko, ano yung something na pwede kong pagkakitaan na magaling ako, na alam ko. And that was the time also when I got into the mind setting noon na sabi ni Brother Bo Sanchez and the mentors ng Truly Rich Club na start with what you know. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
And this is what I know. Sabi ko, I think, and talagang si Lord talaga, sobrang provision talaga. Kasi sabi ko, no back in the day, sabi ko, nung nakita ko yung potential ng business ng transcription, sabi ko, someday magkakaroon ako ng business ko, ganyan. At saka gusto ko magkaroon ng sarili kong school. I was actually planning to build my own school. Nasa Philippines, I was talking to my friends there kasi nga mga kasama mga pioneers yan, So we know kumbaga how it works and ins and outs. So I was actually planning to build my own school back in the Philippines. Parang
ikaw yung connection ng Philippines to Canada, and then parang ang trajectory ng lahat na nasa school na yon is to Canada kasi nga parang kahanap ka rin ng parang tao mo. Ang galing parang connected school to you.
School talaga. So anong nangyari, since nga nagkaroon ako ng postpartum depression, so sabi ko na iba ang aking attention, no? So sa family. Pero ito nangyari na bakit nagkaroon ako ng business talaga na hindi ko inaasahan. Na talagang out of the blue, without talagang walang as in clue.
That's Kairos. That's God. That's God working.
Oo. So yung job na yun, I serve 12 doctors, no, different mga Canadians and Americans, no. And I really kasi tayo mga Pilipino, pag alam na alam natin, ako kasi, hindi dahil sa nagpapasikat ka or kasi I really love what I do. Kasi alam na alam ko yung ginagawa ko, magaling ako doon. And sabi ko, I wanted to give my best. Okay? So lahat ng doctors namin, talagang sobrang paborito ako. So kahit na may kasama akong puti, sa akin binibigay yung mga notes kasi gusto nila yung the way I do the job. Kasi nga kahit na second language ko ay English, mas magaling daw. Sabi nila yun. I'm not saying that I did that galing sa akin yun. So gusto nila sa akin ipagawa. So ano nangyari ganito, sabi nung 2 doctors na lumipat ako sa kanila, sa affiliation nila. Kasi ang mga doctors dito maraming affiliations eh. Kahit na nasa hospital sila, marami silang clinics.
Yeah.
So ayoko silang i-turn down, but at the same time ayoko rin umalis sa hospital kasi mas stable yun. Right? Malaki yun eh.
And it's the dilemma. That's always the dilemma, diba? Stable job or gusto mong gawin pero may lamang hindi.
Pero kasi syempre, alam mo yun, gusto ko sila pakisamahan pero sabi ko, unahin ko rin syempre yung what feeds us well. Yeah. So, yung income.
Practicality.
Pero ang nangyari, so I turned them down. Ang nangyari talagang they couldn't let me go. Sabi nila, okay, ganito na lang. Sabi niya, I'm gonna give you jobs. Gawin mo after work mo dito sa hospital. Sabi ko, okay, cool. Call ako dyan. Sabi ko, okay, deal. And without me realizing it, na ang dami nilang sinesend sa akin. Sabi ko, oh my God, I don't think I can do this.
Mas marami pa yung trabaho mo kaysa sa side mo, yung kaysa sa totoong trabaho mo.
So, nangyari, sabi ko, oh my God, may full-time job ako, meron akong kontrata sa States, tapos may part-time pa ako, meron pa akong meron. Sabi ko, bigla ngayon naisip ko na, sabi ko, di ba gusto ko dati magkaroon ng sarili kong business? Okay.
Di ba sinabi mo kay Lord?
sinabi ko sa kanya, sabi ko, alam mo, the next day, talagang as in, nag-register ako ng company name ko, kinontak ko yung mga kaibigan ko sa Pilipinas, sabi ko, hey, magbabato ako ng trabaho dyan sa inyo, intayin nyo lang.
So, parang
So,
out
yun.
of the blue, parang one click yun, yung decision to...
Yes.
Wow.
Na parang
You jump.
I know, parang pag-upo ko kasi sa hallway lang ako sinalubong ng doktor eh. Pag-upo ko gano'n sa station, ako, oh my God, what did I do? What did I say? Parang nakompromiso ako. Parang, sabi ko, oh my God, sabi ko, pero wala na, andyan na, sabi ko gano'n. Kaya sabi ko, yung mga tropa ko, yung mga dati kong mga kasama sa work ng mga kailangan didila ng trabaho eh. Sabi ko, okay, magbabato ako ng trabaho. So, doon, binato ko sa kanila doon. And,
so,
gano'n lang nangyari.
You're doing, nagkaroon ka ng, na-delegate mo yung ibang mga work. So, at least, di ba?
Nakatulong din sa kanila.
Yung work, alam mo naman yung capacity ng mga kaibigan mo sa Pilipinas. So,
absolutely,
sa kanila, and then, same type of work. Kasi nga, di ba, magkakasama nga kayo. So, parang, usually, na-adapt mo yung, kung magkakasama kayo, pare-pares kayo ng how you work eh. Galing.
Hindi, tsaka, ang nangyari kasi doon, dumadaan lahat sa akin yung finished products kasi syempre, I really have to take care of my own business and my clients. Ako talaga, kumbaga lahat ng mga ginagawa nila, hindi pwedeng hindi dadaan sa akin. So, we hired people. So, ibig sabihin yan, nagkaroon sila ng jobs. So, talagang ang ginawa ko, mas naghanap pa ako ng marami pa. Kasi syempre, I want to provide more jobs sa atin. So, yun, hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko yun. Yung isang vocational school dito sa Canada, sa Toronto, they were looking for somebody na expert sa field ng transcription. And somebody just pointed out to me na bigla ako tinawagan ng school na they wanted me to create a course for them. So, kaya ngayon, yun ang ginagawa ko. I created courses for them and I'm teaching it online ngayon, nasa website na kasi online na. Wow, so, yun ang pinagkakaabalahan ko ngayon na hindi lang ako nagpo-provide ng work, nagtuturo pa ako ngayon para maging kagaya ko.
Nakakatawa. And eventually, you learn how it works, how a school works. And I think, nakikita ko na yung trajectory mo, Ms. Santos, na you will definitely, I'm pretty sure of it, you won't create courses for a school. You will create courses for your school.
Actually, ganito nangyari. Sabi ko, Lord, pinadali mo. Kasi, in fact, meron akong nilista na meron na akong 5 years ago or 7 years ago na nandun na yung outline ko ng how I would go and prepare for, building my own school. Sabi ko, Lord, hindi ba ako pinahirapan na? Kasi, nandiyan yung school eh. Ayokong gawin yung groundwork eh. Kasi, mahirap ang magtayo ng school. Yes. Paperwork, money. Eto, nagkaroon ako ng connection sa school na ang dali-dali. Provide lang ako and then I just have to receive money from that. Talagang royalty kasi it's
yun
my
naman
course.
Yung gusto mo talaga, di ba? Yun naman sa gusto mo
Absolutely.
To create a course, not necessarily a school.
Yes.
But then, everything came into place. Ang galing.
Kasi sabi ko, kasi actually, bago ako nag-transition from working from, talagang I really asked for God's wisdom talaga. Nagpunta pa kami mag-asawa sa Holy Land. Sabi ko, Lord, I really want, because I love my job, okay? This is the hard part kasi my story could be different from the rest of or the majority of other people's story because most of them you will hear, I don't like my job, I just dump it. Yeah. Ako hindi, different ang akin. Talagang I really loved it. Sobrang mahal na mahal ko yung trabaho kasi lahat nga nandun na yung hiniling ko, nandun na sahod, yung lahat, as in, wala akong mahiling pa. Kaya, when I let it go, talagang nagkasakit ako. Kasi, I didn't want to let go. But, mas mahal ko ang pamilya ko. And, I got the message from God when we went to the Holy Land and I was searching for an answer and I got the answer on the 12th day ng aming pilgrimage. Kaya nag-jump ako kasi sabi ko, Lord, ikaw, susundin ko yung gusto mo but wag mo pabayaan. And I think everything now that's happening to me is based on obedience sa Kanya and kaya I'm proud to be a mom kasi yun ang gusto niya. Mom first and then everything will follow.
Oh, wow. So, parang ganito yun eh. Going back to my question about prioritization or about a hack to productivity, it's quite simple for you, right? It's very, very simple. And I can attest to that na productivity is a result only, a product of prioritization. Diba? Kumbaga, ang value system mo is to take care of your family. Right? So parang ang nangyari is, this one or this one, but my value system is about the family, then I will always go with my priority. So, parang ano siya, instant checklist. Diba? Checklist talaga siya eh. Kumbaga, sige, ganito ba muna o ito muna? Pero, my value system is home, and my priority is my family. So it will be very easy to decide once you have that value system. Yung kumbaga pundasyon mo, diba?
Yeah.
Nakakatuwa yung sinasabi mo kasi yung when I hear a story about lucky, mga ganun, diba? Parang naswerte ako, magabigay ni Lord, pag pangungusap, you can't help but, totoo to, you can't help but be pessimistic side. Parang ang laging sinasabi ng mga makikinig, baga, umamin kayo, mga ngayon nakikinig mga OFW, umamin kayo, ang lagi nyo iisipin, siniwerte lang kasi yan. Swerte kasi yan eh. Diba? But ang hindi nila alam is yung backstory, diba? Ang sabi nga nila is, lucky is actually preparedness meeting opportunity.
Yep.
Ang hindi natin alam yung kwento ni Anna na nagpakahirap siya before niya ginawa yon. Everything na ginawa niya before nangyari yung at that opportune moment is yung before is lahat niya pinaghirapan. I can attest na yung mga pioneers, yun talaga yung nag-ano, di ba? If you're a pioneer, ikaw yung nag-set up ng system. Right? Kung ikaw nauna, ikaw nag-set up ng system. And then parang you would feel that ikaw yung expert doon, right?
Oo.
Yung let's say uso yung coding pero nag-coding ka kaagad, right? After 20 years, after 10 years, you would feel that you'll be an expert because you started it, di ba? So ang nangyayari yung sayo, yung expertise na nakuha mo as a medical transcriptionist na naging pioneer ka, yung confidence builder mo, yung confidence mo is na-build talaga, di ba? So sa tingin ko ang mahirap na, and then at an opportune moment, hindi mo nga pinag-isipan, you jumped. Right? So that's the scary part, the jumping part. Just to give value to all the listeners ng OFWpreneurs Podcast, how do you actually jump? Ano yung sekreto ni Anna na, bakit ako, hirap na hirap ako, pinag-isipan ko talaga before I jump, but then, you just sat down, and then you jump. What's the different na, what's the difference? Anong difference natin dalawa? Di ba? Kaya yung nakikita yung difference ng more often than not mga OFWs na hindi nag-jump but then you jump.
Alam mo, kailangan maging hungry ka eh. Alam mo yun?
Ay, ang ganda na sagot na yun.
Maging hungry ka in a way na hindi literal na gutom, no? Pwede rin. Kasi pag gutom ka, maghahanap ka na makakain eh. Ako kasi, I am in the foreign land. And hindi ko iniisip na although nakaranas din ako ng racism in a way dun sa, hindi naman sa mismong kasi pinakitaan nga ako ng magandang pakikisama ng mga doctors doon. Kasi they saw how I love my job and how I became so good at that. Kasi talagang I gave my all sa work. And may nakapansin, hindi dahil sa nagpapasikat ako work. Kasi talagang natural na sa akin na gusto ko yung best yung quality talaga eh. Na talagang, I don't mind kahit napa-stayin mo ko dyan, I'm good. Kasi I'm happy with what I do. And I really love to serve. And this is what I do actually. Kasi I'm working on the patient's documents. And I always would put myself into the document itself na parang paano kung mahal sa buhay ko yun. Or para kung documents ko yun, hindi ako bara-barang gagawa ng ano.
Empathetic kayo sa baho nyo.
Na parang I can relate to the story of the patient na ginagawa ko na sabi ko, kailangan walang mali. Kasi or else, magkamali ka lang ng dosage doon, nagkamali ka ng, kulang ka ng 0, and it could lead to death or it could lead to something talagang negatively impact the life of a patient. So, doon ako, and I don't mind na magstay ako for how long, basta sabi ko, I'm giving my all, and I love what I do. Parang bang ang saya-saya ko pag nakita ko yung pasyente na nakalabas na siya, na ang ganda ng report, na i-deliver ko na maayos, and napansin yun ng mga doctors na
that's how hungry you are.
And not only that, just because sabi ko, kasi nung time na yun, yung placement ko kasi temporary lang eh. Kasi dito, bibihira yung pagpasok mo, permanent ka kagad. And you know what? Ang mga doctors, ang nakiusap sa HR isipin mo, naggawan ako ng position to make me permanent. At yung dating permanent, ang nawala, ako ang pumalit. So that's why I really had so much pain in letting go of the job because talagang minahal din ako ng mga doctors doon, and that's why it was so hard for me. Kaya lang sabi ko, I had to also yield to ako ano pinagagawa ni Lord sa akin. Alam ko kasi may mission ako eh. And I think maraming moms the reason why they are going through some depressions and anxiety is just because, especially dito sa Canada, na ang kalaban namin yung na kailangan namin magtrabaho. Hindi na kasi uso ngayon na isa lang talaga nagtatrabaho eh.
One income household, yeah.
Oo, ang struggle ng mga mommies is gustong-gusto naming alagaan ng mga anak namin, gustong-gusto namin, but kailangan din namin magtrabaho. Kaya hindi ko ginajudge yung mga nanay na nagtatrabaho. In fact, talagang saludo ako sa kanila kasi alam ko ang pakiramdam.
Yes. Baga, you're both. You're actually both. Diba?
Yes.
Kumbaga, if there's someone na you can ask for advice, it's actually you. Diba?
Yes.
To ask, paano mo pagsabayin?
Yes, sabi ko, kailangan kong matulungan ang mga mami na to, yung sitwasyon na yon. Kaya ako nag-create ng job at nagtuturo ngayon to answer dun sa problema na yan. Na we can actually, fill in the gap na, di ba nga ang business nga, di ba? Solving a problem.
Yes.
So, how can I do that? Now, I am creating jobs. Now, yung ginagawa ko ngayon, kaya I am inviting more clients kasi meron ako isang mami naman na bibigyan ko ng trabaho, magiging VA ko siya. Kung hindi man siya transcriptionist, magiging magiging virtual assistant ko just to do some stuff for me. Kasi I know how painful it is to leave your children behind for work. Nobody likes it. Nobody. Wala akong kilala na nanay na gugustuhin na magtrabaho kaysa maiwan sa mga anak. Wala akong kilala.
Struggle yung gumagana na niya. Mommy, stay home, di ba? Parang gano'n.
Oh no, it's painful. It is painful. And I can also feel the pain kasi dito ang aming maternity leave is 1 year, okay? And how much more sa atin? 45 days, 30 days? It's hard. So sabi kong gano'n, napakasakit. And in fact, kaya nga ako nakasulat ng libro because of that. Kasi nagkaroon ako ng postpartum
business.
Hindi pa. Ito pa yung 2012 to, yung unang-una kong libro na ang title nito ay Is Working From Home the Right Choice for You? Actually, I'm talking to myself. So kasi nung nagkaroon ako ng depression, and the
book is actually a therapy. Parang ganon. You're talking to yourself,
Yes.
Self-awareness book ninyo.
Parang ang nangyari doon, so gusto ko na mag-rant, gusto kong, alam mo yun, although nandiyan ang husband ko, iba rin kasi iba rin yung may nakakausap ko na nakakaintindi sa akin. So sabi ko, wala makakaintindi sa akin kundi ako. So sinulat ko lang sa journal. And then a friend of mine, pinabasa ko sa kanya, sabi, ba't di mo gawing book? Sabi ko, pa hindi ako marunong magawa ng book. So ginawa lang namin. As in, napunta na ako sa Amazon, inano ko lang siya, Google ako paano, and then I heard somebody from the Philippines VA, then sabi ko, tulungan mo nga akong i-compile to, and then yung husband ko nga nag-picture nito talagang hindi to professionally made. So pinost ko siya sa Amazon, and may bumibili. Sabi ko, oh my God, may bumibili kasi ito, hinain ko to sa buhay ko. Na sabi ko, Anna, babalik ka ba sa work? Para ba sa iba yung working from? So I'm actually talking to me, this book. And then, after a few years, doon na yung Mommy Means Business. Yun na yung talaga, ito yung bestseller ko na, Mommy Means Business.
Ang ganda ng title niya actually. Ang ganda ng title niyan eh.
Ano ibig ko sabihin?
Wala pang hindi ko pa alam kung anong laman. Parang, kung ako mami.
Parang, I really mean business. I'm a mom, but I mean business. I mean business, not just...
Ang daming wordplay na umikot sa utak ko nung nananig ko yung Mommy Means Business eh.
And then, ito naman, yung Mommy Can Buy Happiness. If you know, maano mo yung story, puro mommy, because I'm a mom. I know, I'm speaking from the heart of a mom. And, may story tong Mommy Can Buy Happiness din. Kasi, bilang mag-asawa, syempre may differences, diba? Wala naman perfect na pagsasama, diba? So, binasa ko tong book na to, tong Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Yeah.
And Dr. John Gray is the author. So sabi kong ganun, kailangan bigyan ko ng hustisya yung pagkababae namin kasi special kami eh. Alam mo yan, sorry sa'yo dahil lalaki ka, I'm not being biased, but
no offense. No.
Kumbaga gusto kong itaguyod ang bandera namin mga babae kasi alam mo,
I was raised by my mom.
Yeah. Sabi ko, I want to highlight the beautiful features of woman, not just your physical, but how we are as a person, as talagang superwoman. May power kami eh. Alam mo yun, basta mom ka, powerful ka na eh. Alam mo yun, paano namin nagawag mga anak, naging ganito lahat, ikaw na, everything to everyone. chopper ka, mekaniko ka, cook ka, lahat ikaw na, labandera ka na, lahat nagagawa mo.
CFO,
No?
CEO, accountant.
Kahit may sakit, di ba? So, ganito, sabi ko, Mommy can buy half. I want something na, kasi meron na nga ako sigurong gifts to write. Sabi ko, I want a title that's very catchy and that resonates with my values. Sabi ko, but you know what? I'm tired of hearing people saying, money cannot buy happiness. Yep. Oh, okay. That sounds good to me that I can kind of switch. Ano? Yeah. Sabi ko, teka. Sabi ko, why not just make it, Mommy can buy happiness. Nest is my house and I can buy happy nest. Yes. I can do that. So, nandito yung story. And you know what the good thing about that? So, I sent a note to Dr. John Gray, yung author nito. Sabi ko, I was inspired by your book, but I made a version of another book that's highlighting our features, our superpowers as women. I hope you don't mind if you endorse. So, pinadala ko siya ng manuscript and he gladly endorsed and that's why he's here. He's here in the...
Yes, ang galing. That's a testament na all you have to do is ask.
Yes, so nandito siya. Kasi mentor ko rin si Jack Canfield eh. So I'm one of his certified trainers sa kanyang So natutunan ko yung you just ask. Remember doon sa kanyang ano ba to? The Secret, di ba?
Yeah, The Secret.
Anyway. So sabi ko, where in the world can you get that? Na parang sabi ko, sobrang kasi ako if I know, I believe I can get it, I will. So that happened. So yun, kaya ito, nabuo to. So I'm so happy na dito siya sa book and he endorsed it.
Ang galing.
So yun, and then, yung pinakahuling-huli ko, itong, I was really tested, talagang super, and Brother Bo Sanchez, I talked to him, kasi he's one of my mentors as well, and I was really tested, talagang January to, yung pumutok ang bulkan, tapos basta there's something in our business that I was so down, and nabuo to, Amazing Grace.
Pinakita ko sa wife ko. Napita ko sa wife ko. Sabi niya, ay, galing na title. May gift ka sa titling, ah.
Oo. So, and this one, yun, in-endorse naman ni Brother Bo. And sobrang yung sabi ko, kasi nung time na yun, umattend ako ng workshop kasi I really wanted to write more books. And I got this message from God. Sabi niya, you write a book about me. Sabi ko, Lord, alam mo naman, sabi ko, hindi naman ako preacher. Alam mo, business lang tayo. Sabi ko, alam mo naman akong nakikipag-usap ako kay Lord. Parang lang, casual lang eh. Lord, wag ako. Kasi in fact dito sa community namin sa Charismatic, they wanted me to talk yung maging speaker. Sabi ko, ayoko. I wanted to just talk inspiration. Wag naman ng kasi responsibility yun eh. Wala akong background sa theology. Sabi ko, ayoko magkamali. Pero sabi niya, no, you write a book for me.
Just tell your story and then...
Oo. And then something came up na just to give spice to the story. Talaga kaya nabuo to in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks ko to ginawa.
Wow.
Itong book na to. So yun, yan yung mga testimonial ko na. Yep.
Hungry lang ang tanong ko sa'yo, yung sagot ko sa'yo, pero you have so many stories. And I can see, alam mo, ang natutuwa ako, hindi pa tayo magkakilala, but Anna, ang nangyari is, your eyes spark.
Yes.
When you tell those stories.
Yeah.
Nakikita, I can see myself in you, na pag nagkikwento ko sa ibang tao, na parang excited ako na hindi, gusto ko isiksik lahat ng kwento. Alam mo yung ratatatatat. Natutuwa ako kasi I can see myself in you, na your eyes spark whenever you tell those stories. Baga,
kasi alam mo, oo. Kasi kasi parang gusto ko talagang i-highlight si Lord na grabe yung ginawa niya sa amin. Grabe yung ginawa niya sa buhay ko. And talagang if I can just talagang may kwento, 10 hours tayo, I will from when I started up to now na, although nandiyan pa rin, sabi ko nga sa'yo, nandito yung pinakamalaki kong struggle so far dito sa book na to, and talagang alam mo yun, mas naintindihan ko siya.
Nakakatawa kasi, ako, I consider myself na madaldal. But then when you're talking, when you just said that, kahit natin 10 oras, alam mo, kaya ko rin 10 oras eh. But it won't allow it. So, ngayon pa lang, I'm asking advice or asking expertise advice sa'yo. And it will be a separate podcast. Maybe, let's say, I have a transcriptionist.
For sure.
Set up. Yun lang muna. And then next. And then next. And then next. Kasi I want to tell your story. I want to make your story known, all 10 hours of it.
Why not? I'll be ready. I'm ready for that.
2. Alam niyo, yung
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Because I believe na yung sa isang tao, you would say priority you as a mom, but there are so many aspects in your life na very inspiring, and you want to tell your story just to inspire other people. That's why mayroong OFWpreneur Podcast. Kasi I know that hindi lang isang aspect of your life ang dapat mong ikwento. Magandang, mommy, business, ganito, ganyan, right? That's why nakutuwa ako, I can relate mismo sa kung ano yung nakapost sa poster natin, nakalagay, Anna Santos Hub. Iba Hub. Kumbaga ako, why didn't I think of that? So, totoo lang yung nakaisip. Ba't di ko naisip yung hub? Kasi ako, gumawa ako ng website which highlights all that I do. Kumbaga, iba. But then, sabi ko, gagawa ba akong separate ganito? Diba? Hindi. Iligay mo lang sa isang lugar. Diba? Which is yung, sa'yo, on your version, you made Anna Santos Hub. Diba? So, you can see me in this hub, but you won't see one part of me. You will see different parts of me. Na, yun nga, gawin natin ng 10 hours of 5 versions, 5 sessions.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, for sure.
Diba? So, mangyayari. Yeah. And now, OFWpreneurs, mga OFW, aspiring OFWs, that's, yung sinabi niya na secret is to always ask. I just asked Anna Santos for 5 episodes. And
Yep.
She said yes. Hindi pa kami nagkikita niya. For sure, we have to meet Miss Anna.
After COVID, for sure. Pag uwi ko ng Pilipinas. Yes.
Malamang nadadalan tayo. Natutuwa ako sa mo. Isa lang. Productivity-wise, lamang ka na kaagad eh. All my questions, you only have one word answer. But then you have a story to tell after that. So first is the productivity time management, which the answer is prioritization. Second is kung bakit nga ba, how do you structure it? It's about being hungry. It's about being hungry. Natutuwa ako sa sinabi mo kasi I can relate to what you're saying na para sa akin, meron akong version of hungry and starving. What's the difference between hungry and starving? Para sa akin, you have to be starving. Not necessarily hungry. I know it's the same version. I just put a different wording on it. Maraming tao na hungry, pero maraming tao na starving. And for me, it might be a different dictionary meaning. But for me, mas worse yung starving. Hungry is gutom ka, pero may makakain ka. Starving is sabihin 1 week ka nang gutom.
Yeah.
Parang gano'n. And then one story na masasabi ko is, I'm an OFW advocate kasi I have a strong na-magnet ako sa mga domestic helpers, lalo sa Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yung financial education ko, usually ang mga students doon or mga attendees doon ay mga domestic helpers. And then, alam niyo naman na kapag nakausap ka ng mga kaibigan natin domestic helper, nauuna yung kwento ng drama nila.
Yes.
And bombarded ako ng mga kwento na sa isip ko, hindi ko yata kaya lahat ng mga pinagdadaanan ninyo. And then feeling ko pa ang lugmok ako. Feeling ko lugmok ako. But then when I heard their stories, parang walang kakwenta-kwenta yung problema ko. Alam mo niyo yan? So, merong isang tao, sabi niya, madali lang sabihin yung message mo na gumalaw, ganito, ganyan. Na ganyan. Kino-confront ako. Friendly conversation naman. I want that a certain conflict sa mga ideas to sharpen the saw. Alam mo yan? That's why I want to ask different opinions. Yung nangyari din sa OFWpreneurs Podcast na to. Maraming kumukontra din sa mga ideas ko, which is good. So, ang sabi niya sa akin, madaling sabihin niya lahat ng mga messages mo, pero hindi naman kasi tayo pare-pareho. Parang gano'n. Yeah. Which is tama naman. But I answered with something to this effect. Sabi ko, what I mean with hungry, are you starving? Are you really starving? Because everybody wants, alam mo yung likas sa Pinoy na yung drama natin ang ilalabas natin, right? Parang pabida tayo sa drama natin.
Victim.
Parang victim. Pero yung pakikipag-usap natin is para tayong bida doon sa victim story mo. But then, sa ating mga nalilinawan na, parang, I think you're saying na positive yon, but it's actually a negative. Right? Well, so here's the story, sabi sa akin. Here's the proof na you are not starving. Okay? Yung taong to ay hindi domestic helper.
Yeah.
Imagine ikaw, dami mong pinag-aralan, doktor ka, yan na, extreme na. Doktor ka, nag-aral ka ng nursing dahil in demand yung nursing sa ibang bansa. But then when you went to sa ibang bansa, hindi pala nursing yung binigay sa'yo, ikaw pala isang domestic helper. Right? So, but you had the audacity, or not really, the humility to step down para lang magkaroon ng opportunity to
Yes.
have extra money. So, doktor pero naging domestic helper. Right? So,
Yep.
that person is hungry. And let me prove to you na hindi ka pa, that person is starving. Let me prove to you na hindi ka pa starving. Are you willing, right now, hindi ka doktor ha, are you willing to be a domestic helper right now? And do all her work? And she said no. So what I'm saying is, you're not actually starving yet. Kasi sila, binaba na nila yung binaba nila yung pride nila to enter that realm na hindi naman yun. Kumbaga, alam niyo yung mga kwento sa movies, pag nakita mo yung mga kaibigan mo sa public, and then, oh, so what do you do? Right?
Yeah. Tama yan.
Tapos ang sasagot mo, I'm in medical field. Pero sa totoo lang, domestic helper ka na hindi mo masabi sa kanila, di ba? My point is, sa kwentong to ng humility is, hindi natin alam kung saan tayo matutungo kahit may mga plano tayo. Diba? Hindi natin alam kung saan tayo pupunta. You only have to trust in the Lord na you have to pray sa Kanya na He will guide you to the right path. No, not right path. To His path.
Yep.
Not your path, but He will guide you to His path for you, your purpose.
Yep.
Nakakatuwa yung mga ganyang mga kwento kasi hindi mo ma-imagine na your life can be turned upside down for whatever. Nakaka-relate sa mga pandemic ngayon. Napapansin ka sa Facebook ngayon. Ang daming business na malabas.
Yep.
Di ba? So parang hindi niyo yung ginagawa before. Ang sinasabi ko ang my point of humility is yung ibang tao dati. Let's move maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Kapag nagbenta yung kaibigan mo, sabihin mo, ano ba yan? Puro na lang benta yung mga pinagagawa mo. Di ba? Parang ang pangungusap nila, the way they talk to that person na nagbebenta, is parang negative yung pagbebenta.
Yes.
Di ba? But then now, everything turned upside down, right? Sa lahat na nagbebenta, ay, ang galing mo naman, nagbebenta ka na. So, parang iba na yung dating, di ba? So, this is an opportunity to everyone, o mga OFWpreneurs. There's no better time to start a business than now.
Yeah.
Unless you're making a mediocre business. Galing nga kay Gary Vaynerchuk. Ngayon ang time na pinakamagandang gumawa ng business na maraming opportunities. At ang tingin pa na nabaliktad na ngayon is dati ay para siyang negative, ngayon ay positive na siya. No. We just have to humble ourselves na magano. Ako po ay nagbebenta ako ng bata pa. I know I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I want to know, Miss Anna Santos, childhood upbringing na nagbebenta. Kasi nag-umpisa kayo ng college eh. Nag-umpisa kayo ng college, nag-umpisa kayo sa condo unit eh. Ano yung mga little things na binibenta nyo ng bata pa kayo? Ako nag-ice buko ako, nag-hot pandesal ako.
Nagbenta rin ako when I was, actually, I started working when I was 8 years old because since OFW ang tatay ko and mahirap ang buhay kasi lumaki ako although pinanganak ako sa Quezon City, umuwi kami ng Batangas, pero ang hanap buhay ng sa side ng mother ko is yung alam mo na gumagawa ng bilao. So ako ang tagagawa.
Yung bilao, hindi yung pinebenta sa bilao, yung mismong bilao.
Kami tagagawa ng bilao and tinutulungan ko ang lola ko na magbenta ng sitaw kasi nag-harvest ang lolo ko naman ng sitaw from the bukid. And what made me so excited about selling is not the money. Of course, I want the portion kasi kinukomisyonan niya ako eh. Sabi niya, anak, magbenta ka nito. Let's say, 2 piso isang tali, no? 25 cents sa akin. So, na-excite ako doon. Sabi ko, yung makapag-kumbinsi ako ng tao na may bumili sa akin, doon ako tuwang-tuwa. And at that point, sabi ko, ay, ang sarap pala namang nagbebenta ka. Parang feeling ko rin, they like me just because they were buying from me. And then tuwa sila sa akin na, grabe naman ang batang ito, nagbebenta, ganyan.
Ang cute naman nagbabatang nagbebenta.
Oo. So doon, parang naano ako, hindi kami kasi hindi naman kami, mahirap din lang kami. Middle class, alam mo yun, na hindi ba nagugutom, but alam mo yun, walang luxury sa buhay, walang ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, na parang yung sapat lang sa pang-araw-araw namin at wala kaming pagkakataon din. Minsan-minsan nakakapag-Jollibee, minsan, pero hindi palagi. Yung kagaya ng mga
Parang luxury yung Jollibee, no?
Oo, kasi parang alam mo yun, kaya nga pagka naka-Jollibee kami, siguro mga isang beses sa 6 na buwan, talagang grabe yung tuwa ng bata, iba yung feeling eh. So, para sa akin kasi, nung time na naging responsible na ako talaga na tumulong sa nanay ko is I was, I think, 7 or 8 years old na talagang as in, na alam ko ang value ng pera. And doon pa lang, and sabi ko, paglaki ko, alam ko ang gagawin ko, alam ko magiging masinop ako, alam kong dumiskarte. Kaya nagkaroon ako na-develop din ako na pwede pala na maging gano'n, na kaya ko rin na gawin ng ganito. At saka ayoko rin na mangyari din sa mga anak ko na alam mo kasi painful yun sa magulang eh. Na I know my mom was hurting na alam mo yung gusto rin niya akong bilhan ng ganito, hindi niya magawa kasi where can they get the money from? I know it's hard kasi yun lang din ang meron sila. Kaya hindi ko rin naman siya sinisisi just because ganun eh. Right? The
Yeah.
only difference that I can make is to, if I had the chance to do it differently, then I would. And since nga, nakatapos naman ako sa awa ng Diyos, so yun naman ang hindi ko inaksaya ang panahon. Kaya ako hungry.
Meron akong paniniwala na I want it to be challenged or I want to have a different perspective on this. Because for me, nung bata ako, I want to ask you also, kung pareho tayo, alam niyo bang mahirap kayo? Ramdam niyo ba na mahirap kayo?
Oo. Kasi akala ko normal yun eh. Akala ko ang normal dati na wala ang tatay sa bahay. Kasi ang
That's your
nakikita ko,
normal, yeah.
Yeah, that was kasi most of the people in my barangay, parang ang tatay nasa Saudi, alam mo yun, na parang feeling ko, ang nanay talaga nasa bahay, ang tatay nasa abroad.
Saudi.
Alam mo yun, ganon. Yun ang alam ko na normal. Although meron din naman nakakaangat sa buhay, pero iilan lang yun. Na pagka honor student ako, na pag ganon, wala ang ama, normal yun. Yun ang alam ko na normal. Na parang pagka hindi ako kawawa kasi pare-parehas kami eh, na ganun lang eh, wala rin ang ama, nag-seaman or na Saudi or once in a blue moon lang umuwi, alam mo yun, alam ko na ganun ang normal. Yun. Kaya nagkaroon din ako ng sabi ko, if I'm gonna raise my own family, gusto ko sama-sama kami. Na either, ayoko na may isa sa amin, kasi I know how it feels to be, parang away from my father na, kailan ko lang siya nakilala talaga as in, alam mo, in a way na sabi ko, ibig sabihin sa kilala yung ugali niya. Nung nandito na kami, kasi kinuha ko sila eh. I sponsored them to come up to join us here like years ago. Noon ko lang siya talaga nakasama sa bahay. Noon ko lang siya nakilala.
Parang it's good, but parang you felt that it's a bit late and you don't want it to happen to your children. Na ganun yung ma-feel nila. So it means maswerte, hindi maswerte. You mean when you went to Canada, you brought everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's what I did with my wife also. But 2 years kami LDR, but the thing is, I brought her to Hong Kong, and then now we are all yun nga, home is where your heart is. I have a story to tell, Miss Anna Santos. Kasi this is parang crucial sa mga taong alam mo yung hindi umuwi. When you say uwi, Pilipinas meaning hindi bumalik sa Pilipinas. I'm very curious dito kasi when my daughter, when we have a plan, I have this thinking na the fastest way to go home is to be an OFWpreneur. I have that message before, matagal na. Right? But the thing is, when I asked my eldest daughter, 7 years old, sabi niya, so, your mommy and I talked about going back to the Philippines. She said, huh? Kasi pinanganak sa Hong Kong eh. Citizen siya doon. She can be a president or prime minister.
Yeah.
Basta ng Hong Kong, she can be. Kasi doon siya pinanganak. Pati she's a Filipino citizen also.
Yeah.
So, sabi niya, huh? But my friends are here. Diba? My friends are here. Sabi ko, but our home is Philippines. Don't you want to see Lolo and Lola? But I just want to visit. Alam mo yun? Kasi ito ang ginagawa mo talaga. Pupunta ka doon, isang linggo, 2 linggo, babalik ka ulit. And then, parang narinis ko, but my home is here, sabi niya. So, parang, wait, ang selfish ko ng konti, kasi sabi ko, I wanna go home, which is my definition of home is Philippines. And then, naliwanagan ang isip ko sa anak ko. Sabi niya, but my home is here in Hong Kong. Sabi ko, wait, may mali yata sa akin. May mali yata sa nangyayaring message ko sa kanya. Sabi ko sa kanya, I wanna go home. But she is already home. Right?
Yep.
Ang nakapag-relay sa akin, yung moving Thor, Ragnarok. Sabi nung sa moving Thor na Ragnarok, di ba? Asgard, tama ba ako? Asgard. Asgard is not a place. It's the people.
Yep.
Parang, nakakakwentuhan lang namin yun Parang, tumigil ako kung pwede ko na i-post yung sinihan. Post ko, parang, wait! Parang mayroon akong click doon na parang, wait. I'm already home.
Yep.
I'm already home. My daughter's already home. So, and then we started the business sa Hong Kong. Baga, it's the same thing pa rin naman eh. The thing is, I feel na I can do more, right? Financially, economically, and I can get my net worth. Kumbaga yung aking net worth. Sa tingin ko, yung price ng time ko is kaya kong makuha when I go into entrepreneurship as opposed to being an employee. Kasi, alam mo, for example, 1,000 a day ka, but you feel you're not 1,000 a day. You're not 1,000 a day. You are 10,000 a day. 10,000 an hour even. Diba? But you don't get that. You don't get your net 1 hour's worth sa isip mo sa pagiging employee. Right?
Yep.
So, we started a business there in Hong Kong. Right? It failed. I say that lightly. Yung I failed. But there's so many stories. Iniyak ko yan. Lugmok sa kahirapan. Alam mo yun, kailangan mong tumayo ulit, kailangan mong kumayod ulit, nagkaroon ka na naman ng 18-hour shifts na naman dahil sa, alam mo yun, naging humble na naman ako. I went for odd jobs again, alam mo yun, para lang ma-sustain yung failure na yun. Maiangat kami ng konti. And then it took us more than 6 months to bounce back. Diba? Pero the thing is, ang nagbibigay sa akin nun is prayer. Ang nakakapag I take solace na when I just pray, wala pang result yung prayer, di ba? Usually nag-ask ka ng bukod sa thank you. I just prayed, but I felt better already. Di ba? I'm pretty sure yung nangyari yung depression mo is about I can say I was depressed at that time as well. I can honestly say that I was depressed, but I feel that I had to seek other people to talk about what I have been through. So there are many friends na kumakausap sa akin na they acknowledge it. Kasi usually ang nangyari is if you don't acknowledge your depression, hindi ka naman gagalaw eh. Diba? Awareness of your depression. So and then saka gumalaw, diba? So ang what I'm saying with this story is home is where your heart is, and home is not a place. It's the people.
Yep.
And
exactly.
Hindi yun siya sa family lang. And also the friend. I know I think you're a voracious reader having written a book. You're also a voracious reader. Am I right?
Yes.
Hindi mo mabasahin yung makapal na book ng Women Are from Mars eh. Hindi mo naman Women Are from Venus eh. Hindi mo naman babasahin yung kung hindi ka voracious reader. So, what's your hack? Just to lighten up a bit. Maganda doon tayo sa lighten up a bit. What's your hack on reading? Anong ginagawa mo para mapabilis? I would assume meron kang 52 books in a year. Every week nakaka-finish ka ng book.
Kailan ba yun? I told you I was tested nung January. I was able to to read a book in 3 weeks yata, 6.
Hindi lang pala times naging 2 times 2 per week ka. Parang 3.5 days per
So kasi ako, I told you, when I'm into something, I really would put myself like 100%. And I don't give my heart 50-50. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna go for it. Alam mo naman ako yan sa lola ko eh. Kasi sabi niya, if it doesn't feel right, then you don't go for it. Don't have second thoughts. And nandito yun sa buko yung Mommy Can Buy Happiness. It's one of my secrets as well. Sinabi ko na, di na yung secret. Na,
Just buy the book.
na pagka, kasi may nangyari nung na story sa akin na when I was in college na kasi hindi nga, alam mo, kakulangan sa budget, no? And minsan naman pagka, alam mo yung mga estudyante, kailangan mo rin lumabas, no? Alam mo, nagkayaan ng mga barkada namin na mag-outing sa Zambales. So I was really very hesitant at that point. Budget, kasi sabi ko, yung gagastusin ko, diba, baunin ko na lang. And then, hindi rin ako sanay, kasi sabi ko, talagang bahay, lang ako, kasi ayoko talaga magsayang ng pera at saka panahon. But sabi ko, parang pakisama mo na rin sa mga, kasi lagi nila akong tinutukso na parang killjoy ka, tapos pagdating sa exam, ikaw lang ang mataas. Alam mo yun, parang napipeer pressure ako na sa bakit ganyan, pagdating sa, ayaw mo makisama mo ng sine, tapos pagdating sa ang taas-taas mo, dapat ikaw rin bagsak ka rin. Yung mga ganyan ba? Alam mo naman yung college days.
Nadadamay, oo.
Pero ako kasi,
hindi kami nag-aaral.
Oo. Ang mindsetting ko kasi, sabi ko, this is my only chance. Sabi ko, kayo may mga pampaaral kayo, kami wala eh. Sabi, this is my only chance. And sabi ko, I wouldn't really, waste the opportunity na yung iba talagang gusto. Sabi ko, mga tao to, ang daming paparal ka. Ako na hirap ako. Ako yung talagang struggling. But anyway, so sumama ako madalit salita. I packed my things. I asked my mom's, for my mom's permission. And pinayagan ako. Pero sabi ko, I had a heavy heart. Pero alam mo, pagdating doon nung aandar na yung sasakyan, sabi ko, Mama, bababa ako. Sabi ko, ayoko, bababa ako. Sabi ng mga kasama ko, ng mga kaibigan, bakit? Ayoko, hindi lang sasama. Alam mo, after an hour or two, na-aksidente sila. Yung, buti na lang, walang, may mga, as
galos.
Hindi galos yung isa, lumabas yung bones. Sorry, pero very morbid. Lumabas sila
Good morning.
bones, tapos, I know. Pero talagang na-aksidente sila. And sabi ko, that lesson when my late grandmother, kasi wala na siya ngayon, but sabi niya sa akin, when you are having second thoughts about anything, then you don't
go.
So ganun na ina-apply ko na yan. Sabi ko, pag meron akong konting syempre pagpa-pray ko kayo, pero pag hindi maganda sa pakiramdam ko, alam mga babae kasi may ganyan sixth sense, may intuition kami na more than like I would say na majority talaga na naiisip namin, na pakiramdam namin. Kaya nga di ba sabi, ang daw kami, para kami detective, pag kinatubang kami, alam mo na yan. Kaya wag umamin ka na, JP, de joke lang. Anyway, ganyan kami. So, simula yan, pag may ganun ako, na meron akong alanganin, I just drop it. So, ibig ko sabihin, pagka naman ako excite ako, talaga 101% yan. Hindi ko titigilan yan. And, alam ng asawa ko yun, na sabi ko, minsan nga, pagka meron akong gusto, let's say courses, kasi ako talagang addict ako sa courses, I really buy. Minsan wala lang sa budget namin, sabi ko sa asawa ko, hindi ako papaalam. Oo, hindi ako papaalam sa'yo kasi bumuli na ako, alam mo yon. So pag gusto ko talaga, parang money is not an issue to me. It's just, hindi dahil sa meron akong pera, na marami kang pera, hindi. Kasi naniniwala ako sa kung anong value nun maibibigay sa akin.
Yes. Mata times 10 niya yung sa education.
And also, I can serve people kasi I'm coaching, I am a life coach And most of the time kasi naman kinuha kong courses is that can add to my value. Let's say yung aking, sa content writing. Kasi I'm studying content writing as well. Kasi iba naman yung writing a book sa content writing with websites and all. So, I have courses, copywriting. So, gusto ko pang ma-enhance ako para I can serve more.
Since doon ka na nag-umpisa medical transcriptionist, you're already writing, and then when you wrote a book, the best testimonial, and then you read a book, you wrote a book na binibili. Kasi you can write a book but nobody buys it, right? Or baga nobody believes in it. And then you're going with courses naman. Nakakatuwa. So may mga course ka na ba sa Udemy? Wala pa?
Ay, hindi ako sa bali yung courses ko is
hindi online courses?
Hindi bali sa akin kasi since nga affiliated ako ng school, so under siya ng Ministry of Education dito sa Canada. So kinuha nila, naggawa ako ng courses for them, and then they're the ones who certify.
Yes.
So they approve the content, and then so ako yung provider, so akin yun, ako may-ari kasi wala pa akong planong ibenta yung rights. Kasi ako ang may-ari nun. So, I just get the royalty.
Oh, I see. So
isa pa rin yun.
One stream of income na naman yun.
Kasi ganito nangyari eh. They asked me to actually, kasi I turned it down the first time. Kasi nung I was called by the school and then we had a meeting about it and sabi ko, well, I have the expertise, why not? But I cannot do it just because my priority ang kids ko. Kasi imagine na magtuturo ako sa school then di sana hindi nila ako balik sa hospital kasi mas gusto ko pa yun. But then, when we went home, my husband said, you are so selfish. Ako, what do you mean? I'm selfish. Why not? Why am I selfish? Sabi niya, you have the expertise. Why don't you teach it? Sabi ko, I cannot have the time to do that. So sabi ko, ganito na lang. So we went back to the school and had another meeting. Sabi ko, this is what I can do for you. Okay? Sabi ko, I'm going to create the course for, let's say, 3 months. Give me 3 months. Kasi syempre, yung research and pag-prepare ng content and all, kahit alam ko yung content, sabi ko, give me 3 months, but you have to make sure that after myself teaching it for the first time, you have to hire somebody else because I cannot do it. Or else, I'm not gonna do it. Kasi, you know upfront that I cannot really commit myself like 100% because my priority is my kids. Okay? Tapos yun nga, so okay, sige, gawin mo. Eh, biglang nag-COVID. So, naging ano na lang namin, so hindi rin kami makapag-hire. Hindi rin ako pwedeng makapag-train. So, we have come up with, everyone wants to access the course online. So, which is, ano sa akin yun? Parang, i-record ko lang siya, and then anybody in the world can access that, which is good for everybody. Yes. So, yun ngayon, nasa online na siya.
Pero yung school yung namamahala sa marketing, sa everything else.
Yes.
Ikaw lang yung gumawa ng course.
Ako pero tumutulong din ako sa marketing kasi syempre, sales din yun eh. So, kasi may network din ako. So, what happens now is, actually, kanina umaga, we had a meeting and another school in Australia is interested. So, I have another meeting with them. So, madadala siya sa Australia. So, yung school na dadalhin din sa States, sabi ko, teka, hang on lang na kasi dahan lang kasi I have so many engagements right now. But we'll see. But anyway, kasi ready naman na yung course, nasa online lang siya, you can do whatever you want, but of course with my permission. So we have to, if the price is right then, syempre pinaghirapan ko yan.
Nakakatawa kasi all recording, parang na-imagine ko to, when you say royalties, na-imagine ko yung para kang gumawa ng kanta, tapos ginagamit ng buong mundo yung kanta, tapos yung percentage of that will be yours, di ba? So, I think that's very inspiring sa mga OFW na nakikinig ngayon. If you think your strength is content, right? Baga, video, audio, tatlo na naman yan eh. Written, video, or audio, which is this is a podcast. So, technically, you will hear this sa podcast ko sa Apple iTunes and all other channels. You can see that on my website. So, ang mangyayari, you get royalties sa mga nakakuha mong, sa mga ginawa mong courses. But the thing is, you already did it once. Nagpakahirap ngayon, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But then after, you can sell it, you can give the rights.
As many times as you want.
At may mga tinatawag pa na, parang, nakalimutan ko tawag doon. Yung matagal ng course yun, 10 months.
Evergreen.
Evergreen. Matagal ng and then mayroon ka pa rin royalties na nakukuha. Alam niyo bang si Elvis Presley is kasama sa top 10 of mga sales of all time, pero matagal na siyang patay. Yung gano'n. Jackson kasama siya sa top sales of yung family niya nakakinabang sa royalties ng kanyang mga songs, pero matagal na siyang patay kasi Michael Jackson ang nilamang niya is yung rights ng songs niya kanya. Hindi niya binigay sa Google. So, yun ang importanteng gawin nyo. If you wanna do these types of, maybe ask Miss Anna Santos on how to get, ano yung mga pirmahang mangyayari para you will get the royalties for life. Parang gano'n.
Tsaka, hindi, alam mo kaya ako, sobrang dito na ako in fact, magdo-doctor din ako dito 5 years ago. Kasi, inadapt nga ako papaaralin ako ng employer ko ng hospital. Wow. And then, binakapan ako ng doctors ko. And then, papasok na ako I was already 2 weeks before ng enrollment, I had anxiety. And probably the Lord is telling me, you're not for that. So, nag-back out ako. And in fact, sabi ko, and alam mo, mahirap dito makapasok sa medical school. Sobrang hirap. And I just dropped it. Sabi ko, Lord, kung ayaw mo sa akin para dyan, talaga nagkaroon ako ng anxiety 2 weeks before. And that was my dream a long time ago. Wala akong problema sa tuition fee kasi papaaralin nila ako. And then may school na. But then I dropped the idea.
You didn't go through it.
No. So I dropped the idea. And then yun nga, sabi ko, ito pala yung gusto ipagawa ni Lord sa akin. And not only that, yung transcription kasi nakakreate pa ako ng a lot more income streams from that one expertise. Marami. I'm being hired as a writer. In fact, I'm writing for a Truly Rich Club as well. So I have my income there, which yung income ko doon, itinutulong ko doon sa isang estudyante na can't afford to go to school. So yung royalty, yung pay nila sa akin ay binibigay ko naman doon. And then I also get hired for proofreading as part of one of the expertise ng transcriptionist. I also became a distributor of the transcription equipment. I have distributors in the Philippines right now. Transcription din yun. So yung mga students ko
School na lang talaga.
Oo. So tapos yun nga, meron pa akong basta marami ako na-create na income streams from just doing. Yun nga, nagko-coach pa ako ngayon. I'm coaching, and then I plan to do a membership program for all those who have graduated. Kasi hindi kasi ganun kadali din yung after mag-graduation. Kailangan ko talaga ng support.
Support para you will hire them, right? You will hire them.
Oo.
But then they have to still learn iba kasi yung theory sa
ibang skills Oo, iba
sa gagawin mo na siya, di ba?
And then parang i-duplicate ko yung sarili ko na parang how you become an expert. Kumbaga, hindi lang ako basta ituturo ko yung kasi ang tinuturo ko talagang na-discover ko from 1997 to now. Yung talagang mga hacks ko, paano ka maging quality, maging expert sa field na yan, maging master transcriptionist, kasi ituturo ko lahat. Gumawa ko ng course dyan. In fact, nasa store ko, meron na akong dyan. So I have students there na who have enrolled, and I'm also doing some more courses for how you become a master medical editor, how you become a master medical transcriptionist, and general transcriptionist, and how you become a legal transcriptionist. So madami akong courses na naka-line up.
Impress ako dyan, Miss Anna Santos. Kasi ganito yan. If sa mga taong hindi familiar sa education system, the reason why there's may mga colleges, may mga courses, because there's a need for those courses. Kumbaga si Ford, si Henry Ford, nag-create siya ng job sa mga tao. But the thing is, sobrang laki ng demand niya for the job, but wala siyang tao. Alam mo yun, kailangan niya naman magtatrabaho sa kanya, pero walang taong alam yung gusto niyang trabaho. So, ibigay niya yung course na yon sa mga schools. That's why magkaroon ng mga certain types of engineering, ganyan, automotive engineering, ganyan. Hindi naman, noong unang panahon, kalesa eh. Paano nagkaroon ng engineers ng automotive industry, di ba? Why? Because he created it. Gumawa siya ng school. Nag-create siya ng course. Sinabi siya ng mga schools, alam nyo, you have to create a course like this so that I can hire them. Diba? Yung history of mga certain courses ngayon, right? Computer secretarial course. The reason why there's a computer secretarial course, because there's a man for computer secretaries. And the computer secretaries are a demand from companies na kailangan ng computer secretary. So technically, those entrepreneurs created those courses. Not necessarily them created it, no. But maybe they ask, ano ba yung need nyo? Sabi ng school, ano ba yung totoong need mo? Ano ba yung computer secretary? Wala namang ganoon. Wala namang computer before, right? Ano yung computer secretarial? So, they put up line up nila, ganito yung kailangan ko, ito yung job description ng isang computer secretarial, and then, binigay nila sa school yun, gumawa sila ng course, and then the course itself, yun na ngayon, and then, naisip ng isang school, gagawa din siya, nagagawa din siya, nauso na siya. So, lahat ng schools mayroon ng computer secretarial courses, and then, hindi na nahihirapan si entrepreneur na mag-hire ng computer secretaries. Kasi, marami ng schools, siya na ngayon yung namimili. Di ba? So, kung hindi nyo alam yung history ng mundo ng ganyan, right? Nakikita ko kay Miss Anna Santos yung nangyari. Alam mo yun, the history repeats itself. Right? This advent of information, advent of knowledge being free. All you have to do is Google it. And just, or if you want to know something, Google it. If you want to know how to do it, go to YouTube. Put how to and whatever you want to do, and it's there. Naisip na ng ibang taong gawin yun. Right? So, Miss Anna Santos is creating jobs for a company, for job positions she actually needs. You see what's happening here?
Yeah,
That's why, not necessarily siya yung gumawa ng school, there's a school that she created the course for, which if they graduated, she will get those people and be hired under her. Right? So, parang,
Yep.
if you don't see the sustainability on that system, then I don't know how to explain it anymore.
Yeah.
Yung kailangan ko, technically, binibigay ko sa sarili ko.
Yep.
But then, I'm actually also earning from that course. Kasi iba, hindi naman yung mismong company yung gumawa ng course eh. But that's the school made the course. Here, she's making the course na yung graduates nun, she will be needing, or she'll be, nakakatawa, gumawa pa siya ng isang membership program, gagawa pa siya ng isang membership program na will support those graduates to actually do their job better and practice it more. Parang internship type na membership program, di ba? So parang, ang galing, di ba, umiikot lahat sa kanyang passion na hindi lang sa kanya. You know, this is abundance mentality. Right? Yun ang isa sa mga tinuturo ni Brother Bo Sanchez. Abundance mentality. Lagi natin iniisip, bakit ako magbebenta ng halo-halo? Say halo-halo. Halo-halo. Pero yung kapitbahay ko, nagbebenta na ng halo-halo. Paano bibili sa akin kung may halo-halo na sila? Diba? But the thing is, yung halo-halo mo, malamang sa iba sa halo-halo niya. Unless ibahin mo or create ka ng branding. Let's say ikaw pala yung resident chef or village chef. Sikat kang ganon. And then gumawa ka ng halo-halo. Sa tingin mo, sa kanya bibili sa'yo, hindi ka nang aagaw ng market. Because siya, ay meron din siyang follower. Bibili sa kanya yung mga tao. Pero hindi bibili sa'yo. Meaning, it's an abundance mentality on a side of entrepreneurship na you can create your own. Na hindi ibig sabihin ng sasapa ko ng iba. Right? It might be, there might be a direct impact. I cannot argue with that. There's a direct impact sa kanya. But the thing is, hindi yun hindrance para gumawa ka ng sarili mo. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So, it's about maraming pera sa mundo.
Marami.
All you have to do is get it at ilagay mo sa bulsa mo.
Marami.
That might be simple. That sentence might be simple. But that is an abundance mentality. Maraming nagkalat. Kailangan mo lang gumawa ng paraan. All you have to do is prepare for it, and on an opportune time, it will come to you. It will always come to you. It's an open door already that you don't have to even knock. You don't have to even open. Right?
I think, and sorry to interrupt you. I think the other way to say it is because the universe goes around, right? Goes revolves like in this direction. So you just have to go inside that loop to be part of the circulation of money. So you have to participate. So that's how it I would say in a descriptive or visual. Let's say yung i-imagine mo na umiikot ang pera, 'di ba? Sa kanya, nagsisirculate siya. Pero pag nasa labas ka, how can you get it? How can you receive that? And then you give it away and you receive more.
Yeah.
So, parang ganon. You give it away. Yeah. You give it away kasi para to have an open space for you to receive more, so you give it away. You don't hold it back like that. So, that's the secret of having more if you give more.
Isa sa mga impactful books ni Brother Bo Sanchez, yung Step Zero. I don't know if you're familiar with the Step Zero. Step Zero is actually give first.
And
as a foreign concept, right? Parang wala ako paano makaka-give. You can give your time, talent, or treasure.
Every one of us,
Diba?
Every one of us can give something out kasi we are gifted with something special, and kaya nga yun ang purpose mo eh. So you did not just exist for nothing. Parang ano ka tuod? You're not. But kapag parang sabi ni Lord, you have this gift. There are some gifts na wala. Ikaw meron kang gift na wala. Ako meron ako na wala ka. So we are being born unique na to bless the world, and you have to really utilize it para mas bibigyan ka pa. Nga sabi nga, di ba? Pag yung isang parable ng talents, isang binigay, walang ginawa. So kinuha sa kanya kasi wala siyang ginawa.
Yes.
Yung mga may 5 at 10, nadagdagan. So it works the same way with literal na talent na gamitin mo yung gift mo, mas dadami. and you'll be able to bless the world more.
At if that is a passion of yours, katulad na nangyari sa inyo, parang hindi ka mapapagod. Alam mo yun, hindi ka mapapagod. I mean, there's physical tiredness. I get that.
Yes.
But the thing is, all you have to do is rest that physical tiredness. And in the morning, bakit gustong-gusto mo pa rin gawin?
Yes. Ay, naku.
Bakit
you can tell
ganun?
from my face, talagang as in 16 hours, 18 hours ako nandito na parang, uy, gabi na naman, magluluto na pala ako. Alam mo yung parang, hindi ko namamalayan. Kasi sabi ko sa'yo, nung nag-COVID, the idea of work from home is not new to me. So, parang hindi ko na
lumamang ka kaagad din eh.
Yeah, na-position agad ako na sanay na ako dyan eh. Bago, alam ko yung how it's like to be inside the house, being productive. Wala akong, kasi reklamo kayo dyan. Habang ako, nagpapakatatag lalo ako kasi lahat tayo na-stop eh. Sabi ko, ang panalo ng mga tao na nagpo-position ngayon is when it's all, back to, I don't know if it's back to normal or how you would say it, but kung ready na naman tayo to face the world, ready kami kasi we are equipping ourselves with more.
Yes, ang galing.
Nag-iipon kami ng lakas.
Meron ka ng naisubi. Meron ka ng naisubi, di ba?
Yes.
Yun ang sinasabi na there might be people na kakapanood lang ngayon. Kakakita lang kayo sa Anna Santos sa mga kwento niya, kakarinig lang. Tapos sasabi niya, yung mismong sinabi niya ngayon lang, na handa na kami. Pagkasasabi na naman nila is ang apakaswerte niyan eh. But again, hindi niyo nalaman yung background. She's been doing this since 1996. That's hustle for you. That's hustle for you. Hindi yan yun nga, meron akong I think you've read this book, Grit.
Yes.
Right? Laging lamang ang hard work.
Yep.
Talent is okay. Passion.
Talent, lang yan eh. Ang talent portion lang na maliit yan.
But the hard work that you put into that talent, the 10,000 hours of mastery.
10,000, yes.
Yang mga yan yung kailangan mo for you to have preparedness in an opportune moment. And again, ito i-emphasize ko to, that opportune moment happens every second of your day. Huwag mo sabihin na, alam mo yung sa kanta ng I don't know if you're familiar with Eminem. In the moment you own it, you have got to let it go. Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Something like that. Sa Eminem,
like
8 Mile. So, opportunity, doon sa linyang yun, medyo may parang, ako doon eh. Parang, opportunity comes once in a lifetime. So, you better grab it. I get that you have to grab it. But for me, the opportune moment, the opportune time is every second of every day. You're just not prepared for it yet. So, what you have to do is not find that opportune moment. No, you don't have to find that. It's there already. It's already open. You don't have to knock. What you do is prepare yourself for that opportune moment. The best. Go ahead. I think you have a story to.
Oh, no. I just got reminded by this one. Kasi alam mo, ang karamihan sa mga opportunity is disguised in pain. So that's what happened to me. And had I not experienced the postpartum depression, I won't be able to really jump right off from corporate to being a stay-at-home mom and being an entrepreneur, a serial mommy entrepreneur. So, akala nilang ng iba, talagang, alam mo yun, shiny object, na yun ang opportunity. But hindi, ang opportunity mo, kadalasan ay nababalot ng nadidisguise siya sa isang failure. Yun ang karamihan ng mga na kung saan pag nag-bounce back ka, doon mo makikita ang opportunity na you use that failure or whatever yung masamang event sa buhay mo, yun ang opportunity.
Yeah, that's like a diamond, right? Diamond. Yeah. The reason why a diamond is a diamond, it's because too much pressure for a
even gold. Even gold.
Yeah.
After extreme heat.
Time, it became a gem that you're actually you are paying a high price.
Yes.
Because of the pressure you have. So turn your struggle into strengths. Tama ang ganda ng mga sinasabi mo na yung about the opportunities are hidden in pain. So if you're right now, diba?
I have talked about that. I have that speech that I talked with on stage with Jack Canfield. So I talked on last April yata. Ang topic ko is how to how to transform your pain into power and get what you want. Yun ang topic ko. So I talked for 20 minutes, I guess, on stage with him.
napaka-direct to the point ng and get what you want. Di ba? So, ang ganda.
Yeah, and get what you want.
I think if my next book, I want to ask advice for you for a title. Kasi ang gaganda ng
For
mga titling
Yeah.
ng mga ano mo eh. Baga, ang lupit ng ng titling mo eh. Di ba? So, Mommy,
Mommy means business.
Mommy means business. And then yung...
Mommy can buy happiness.
Mommy can buy happiness, di ba? Ang galing eh.
And then Amazing Grace.
Amazing
yung
Grace.
A Woman's Amazing Grace. Ibig sabihin, yung when you're old, getting older.
Grace,
So, how to age gracefully with the life in sync with God.
Yung failure na disguised, the opportunities disguised in failures. Kumbaga, yung mga na-strength mo yan. Kaya, balik tayo sa unang kong tanong. I think na-divert ako sa tanong kong ito. Yung tanong ko sa'yo before na, alam mo bang mahirap ka? Naramdam mo bang mahirap ka? And you said yes. And then, second, actually, to that, follow-up to that question is, ikinahiya mo bang mahirap ka at that time? So, you're aware that you're mahirap, but kinahiya mo ba siya? Diba?
Hindi ko siya ako hindi ko naman kinahiya. Kaya lang sabi ko, ba't kaya? Bakit ganun? So, ang ano ko doon is, parang, sabi ko, ba't siya nakakapaglaro? Ba't ako hindi? Kasi nagtatrabaho ako. Alam mo yun, alam mo, ito nakakatawa pag nagkukwentuhan lang kami magpipinsan, sabi ko, ayaw ko yung Sabado ng umaga. Kasi yung mga kalaro namin na sila naglalaro, ako hindi nagtatrabaho. And sabi ko, bakit sila, kaya yung bakasyon namin, hindi bakasyon yun, trabaho ka. Alam mo yun? Pero sabi ko, of course, I could see the pain of my mother and of course my father being, an OFW. Yun ang hindi nila rin ginusto. I mean, and at that point also, I could not really blame them because nobody taught them how to become entrepreneurs. Kasi walang entrepreneur sa amin eh. Kumbaga, yung breed ng entrepreneurship sa amin na lang eh, sa second generation na. Pero, kumbaga, hindi natin pwedeng isisi just because wala rin, yun din ang alam nilang normal.
Bagay yun yung pinasa sa kanila ng magulang nila and so on and so forth. And there's a time in your generation na you break the pattern, and then it broke into your pattern. It may be mag-loop na naman siya on your daughter and your sons, and then back to sa dati na naman kakagawian, and then again that's the cycle of life. A generational gap. Tumatalon yung mga ideas. The thing is, you have to just show yung ginawa mo if it's effective in that way. Then you just pray to the Lord na makuha ng mga anak mo yun. But if
kaya nga diba?
Then at least they have the value system.
Diba kaya nga diba they are being included in the conversation about business. Diba? As early as like 2 years old, naririnig nila sa conversation namin on the kitchen table, business, and finances, and insurance, and savings, and stock market. So they can hear that, our conversation, kahit hindi namin directly sinasabi sa kanila, but me and my husband were talking about it.
The third part of that question, so first, alam mo bang mahirap ka? Second is, kinahihiya mo bang mahirap ka? Third is, ngayon, ako kasi, with that question, kinahiya ko yung mahirap ako. Butas ng sapatos ko, lahat ng mga damit ko, inihiram ko sa mga pinsang ko. Dati, maybe, nung bata ako, parang sinisisi ko sa magulang ko na, ano ba yan? Ba't hindi ka naging successful? Parang gano'n, di ba? And then, nung ikaw na lumaki, sige nga, hirap maging successful, ano? And then, so, naiintindihan mo na lahat na ano mga sinasabi niya. And then, now, I get back to those stories. But those stories na kinahihiya ko before, I'm proud of them now. I'm proud of those stories na maybe ikinahiya ng mga tao. So it's related. That's why binalik ko itong my series of questions na to. Kasi the fact na sinabi mo yung failures hidden in opportunities hidden in failures is ito yung mga bagay na ikinahiya mo ng bata ka. But then you are all proud of all those stories na gusto ko ngayon ikwento sa mga anak ko. Para malaman nila na I've turned my struggles into strengths. Because it is. These are your strengths. Kaya nga, di ba, ako kung nakaka-relate ka dito, sasabihin ko, alam mo, ikaw, gutumin kita kasi para malaman mo yung totoong
feelings ng gutom.
Diba? Ang binibigay namin sa, di ba, sabi mo sa mga anak mo yan.
Absolutely. Pag ayaw ubusin ng kanin.
Ayaw mo. Yung anak ko 2 oras kumain. Pina-force namin. Ginutom ko siya isang buong araw. Sabi niya, Dad, I know the feeling of hungry now.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to eat. But the thing is, ako nung bata ako, I felt that this is not a diss to my mom because I'm proud of her. She's my hero. Na ginutom niya ako, hindi ko tinitake against her. That's her hustle. She was working when I was hindi ako nakakain. But because she's working, she sacrificed a lot. Hindi siya pumunta sa ibang bansa. As I've told you before, supposed to be magiging OFW siya. But she didn't. She
Yeah.
decided na sa Pilipinas siya may pagsapalaran. But then, you know that consequence. The opportunities here are same trabaho, pero mas mababa yung sweldo mo. So,
Yeah,
you have to work double time. Just like what you're doing, work double time. Kaya ako siya hero kasi lagi kong sinasabi, isa pa lang yung anak ko noon, 2 na anak ko. Isa pa lang yung anak ko noon, sabi ko, ma, ba't gano'n? Hirap na hirap ako sa isa. Pero 3 kami. 3 kami
Yeah.
sa ikaw lang mag-isa. How did you do that? I don't know. Hindi ko alam kung paano mo ginagawa yan. So, talagang, yung struggles niya noon, yun yung nilook upan ko. Parang, wow! How are you able to do it? Kaya, I don't know if you read my description about posting this on my Facebook for this episode.
Oh, give this to her. Give this book to her.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. It's Anna Santos Hub, right? The website. Anna Santos, then hub.com.
Right? Pero the books are available sa Feast. Tsaka sa National
Feast,
sa National Bookstore.
Yeah, I saw that. Pumunta ako sa National Bookstore and so Mommy Means Business. I'm like, there's a parang I can't help but to feel proud. Alam mo yung mga that's my Facebook friend. kahit Facebook.
Thank you.
That's my Facebook friend. Parang gusto kong tumingin sa mga tabi ko na alam niyo bang ito si Anna Santos. Kilala ko ito. Proud ako na baga kahit Facebook friend lang tayo. Marami tayong connections sa mga friends natin, true relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
May iba pang mga courses or mga groups sa Facebook na nakikita ng isa't isa kumbaga. So nakaka-proud.
May common friends. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to give you the floor, Miss Anna Santos, to full blast give out your what you're busy right now and how you can help other people to make their lives even better specifically, and then describe what you're doing right now, and maybe I can ask questions along the way so that maybe we can add value to other people and how to make those happen.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. So okay, I'm gonna share my screen, and can you see me now? The screen. So this is me. My kind of parang formal version of me. So they call me as the serial mommy entrepreneur. Serial kasi marami. A series of businesses that I run from home. I have a lot. Okay, so my main business is transcription. I have my own company that I built in 2014. So that was in my story that I built as I was preparing to jump from corporate to being a business owner and a stay-at-home mom. So that's my main, and then it branched out to different services. In fact, I also have been serving not only the medical but also co-authors. Those who would like to have their manuscripts transcribed by me or my people, so they hire me, which is a good one because I can provide more. I don't stop from, I don't prevent myself from getting these services because I can, as I told you, I'm not limited to doing all of this. I can do that with, so much pride, and, it's my expertise. So, and now, because I really wanted to serve more moms and, women in particular, of course, you can have me as your coach, but, iba kasi makipag-usap sa babae, I had myself certified as a life coach. I deal with mind setting, goal setting, and self-development, those kind of stuff that I myself struggled before with. So, nagpa-certify ako, and I'm part of the Jack Canfield Train the Trainer.
That's impressive.
Yes, and I'm also a certified NLP practitioner sa States. So I'm a certified life coach here in Toronto. And also, I am a content and course creator. As I said, content creator, tsaka yung sa courses nga, I've been doing a lot of things right now, and one of the contents or articles I wrote for is Brother Bo Sanchez through Lineage Club. That's what I do. And then sa mga websites ng mga ibang business owners, I also contribute to their content. And then of course, medical transcription specialist, you become a specialist when you are really doing this for how many years, not only on the theoretical side, but practical. Alam mo yun, for how many years I've been doing this, like, araw-araw na biyaya ng Panginoon na talagang ginagawa ko to from 1997 up to this point. So 24 plus years, I would say. And I became an instructor. So one of the schools here in Toronto, which is being affiliated by the Ministry of Education in Canada, is naging affiliate siya, and I'm part of the provider of the course for that school. So if you buy the course na ginawa ko, ang magsucertify sa'yo yung school, not myself. But I am the creator of the course. And I'm also a real estate investor. We have been buying properties here, and we rent out, we buy and hold. So that's one of our main businesses. And a published author and a motivational speaker. So people hire me to their events, and yung mga ganito. So just to help, give some insights and about my journey and to inspire people.
Wow.
Okay. And then let's do this. So this is what I'm talking about. I have created, bukod dun sa mga ibang courses na ginawa ko, ito yung talagang ginagawa ko ngayon, yung Introduction to Medical Transcription and Fundamentals. The reason why I have this separated is because some people don't have the medical background. So I made it easier for them to have that parang foundation to get started. Kasi some people, they would say, oh, wala akong background, so how can I do that? No, I made it easy for you. Not easy. You don't expect me to just say, 1 + 1 = 2. Of course not. But I created this course for you to have that foundation to enter the medical transcription in the entry level, and you can equip yourself and get started with the business, okay, or with the field. And then after your graduation for the introduction, then you go to the second level, which is the fundamentals, which is the meat or the core of the course itself. Kumbaga, ito introduction, ayaw kitang biglain sa fundamentals. So yung parang ayaw kitang ilagay agad sa mabigat na course. Gusto muna kita ditong ilagay sa introduction para hindi naman masyadong, alam mo yun, traumatic para sa'yo.
Info overload, parang gano'n.
Yes. And I made it as simple as possible na hindi mo kailangan parang, alam mo yun, na parang dagdag burden sa'yo. Ano ba yan? No. Ito is na anyone can do it. Anybody from any background can do it. Okay? Meron akong mga estudyante ng mga engineers, IT. In fact, meron akong estudyante ng mga may doctor din. Isipin mo yun, yung sabi nung isang nag-inquire sa akin, meron na siyang background sa medical. Sabi ko, it doesn't mean na meron kang medical background, you can do this right away. Kasi meron kaming guidelines, Yeah. Meron kaming particular na sinusunod na guidelines para kung paano ka maging effective na transcriptionist, and I'm gonna teach you that. So yun. And then, so this is my business, okay? So this is I'm gonna give you a bird's eye view how the business works. Ito ang company ko is named as Transacts and Communications, and in fact, pinag-pray ko rin kay Lord yung pangalan na yan. So it's based on Acts 20, chapter 20, verse 35. That it's better to give than to receive. So 20 verse. Chapter 22 and verse 35 or 35 verse 20, something like that. Pero ginawa ko yan kinuha ko siya sa Acts. Transacts means trans, and Acts is Anna, Chris, transcription services, and then Acts na nasa Bible, and then transactions, alam mo yan. And then communications. Yung communications kasi at that point, sabi ko, parang gusto ko siyang lagyan ng something na hindi ko alam kung magagawa ko siya agad or ano. Sabi ko, parang may something na kailangan ilagay ko yung communications. Hindi ko alam na ito pala na talagang magiging relevant yung communications na word kasi I'm teaching. Sabi ko, grabe si Lord magbigay sa akin ng wisdom at that point. Kaya naging transacts and communications. Kasi ngayon,
wala sa plano before, pero ngayon, it's relevant. The name became relevant after the fact.
Oo. Yes. So, ang mangyari dyan, let's say for instance, ito yung loop or flow ng work sa services ko. When the doctor sees you or yung kliyente ko, let's say, pumunta ka sa doktor, And then you consulted the doctor, titignan ka niya, and then i-dictate niya yun sa dictating device. Tapos yung data na yun magiging voice file, 'di ba? From voice to text, ita-transcribe ko siya. So hindi lang yun basta typing niya kasi we have to become talagang as in yung English namin is very expert kami sa level na yan. Hindi kami basta kailangan kasi yung grammar na aayusin namin, punctuation namin, yung syntax, yung formatting. So kaya kailangan naming aralin. And yun, loop yan. So, i-distribute ko ngayon yung mga work na yan sa transcriptionist ko. Pupunta yan sa database ko, sa aking server. Kaya kung makita mo, may mga arrows yan. And then, pagtapos na, dadaan yan sa proseso. Dadaan sa proseso, transcriptionist, editor sa akin, and then, diretso na sa client. So, that's how it works. Now, my services are not just limited to medical. I have also legal, business, and general, and media. And now, sabi ko, in-expand ko ngayon sa mga authors, sa mga school, yung mga term paper na ayaw mag-transcribe, ayaw mag-type ng mga script nila. So, we do that.
Parang nga kailangan ko nga to eh. Hindi mo instead of writing down, tamad ka mag-write down, just say it and then send the audio file and then you'll just do it with parang VA, no?
Oo. Ang advantage ko naman namin dito is because I'm a writer myself and let's say sa business, I can do, hindi ko papalitan yung content but I can do it creatively for you. Parang pag binasa mo siya, oy, ang ganda ng dating. Alam mo yun? Ginagawa ko rin sa editing. Oo. Sa editing. So, and then yung office equipment, as I said, we resell. Ako yung nagpa-provide sa mga transcriptions, sa mga gagamitin nila na tools that they don't have to go to Amazon or, of course, they have the choice to do that. But if I can have the one-stop shop that I can offer them, okay, I have the course, I have the tools, and it's up to you if you want to get the package. Yun. So, that's what I... So, yun. And last but not least, ito. So, this is as I said, they call me the serial mommy entrepreneur. Ito yung mga books na, although nakasulat ako, I think I wrote 7 now. But, ito lang yung relevant sa akin as a mom, talagang as a woman. Kasi yung iba, puro, general yung readers nun. Pero ito talagang dedicated to moms, which is my brand. My brand is a mom entrepreneur. And I'm teaching, my message, my advocacy is to help them work from home and have an earning from home, or not just one stream, but multiple. Okay? So, yun ang aking message. So, if you can go to my website, annasantoshub.com, and meron akong free ebook doon that you can download. And my email address is info@annasantoshub.com. And you can also follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel because my content there is about working from home, transcription, time management, parenthood. All about what I do. Yung problem solving na, yung sinosolve ko yung problema ng mga nanay. Based on my own experience, okay? Kumbaga parang ako yung living testimony nung yung sinasabi ko dun sa content. You can also follow me sa Facebook page ko, yung facebook.com and then /AnnaSantosHub. Yun. So, yun ako. And of course, if you wanted to connect with me,
yun lang.
Yun lang. That's very, kasi alam mo, ganito yan eh. I can tell that the brains of moms are like wired with different stuff going on and I don't want to bombard them with so many information. All I wanted to say to all women, ito po ang gusto kong sabihin na kahit wala kang anak, you are a mother. Why? Because when you say you are a mother, another word for mother is nurture. Ibig sabihin, may dependent ka. Even you are a mom. It doesn't mean that because I gave birth to my child, I'm a mom. Mama ko, no, you are a mother too because to nurture is to mother. And you are also self-mothering. You are nurturing yourself. So, kumbaga, for branding purposes, I just put my name as a mom just because I'm a mom. I'm speaking as a mom. My heart is from a mom. And I get attracted to people or people are drawn to me because I know who I'm talking to, who my audience is. But basically, some people, even single, I coach them. Meron ako mga single people that I coach. Kumbaga, they can resonate with my values. Let's say, alam mo yun. And lagi kong sinasabi ito when I coach, when I speak, in front of an audience. Sabi ko, na it doesn't necessarily mean na pag wala kang anak, hindi ka mother. Kasi may dependents ka, may kapatid ka, may nanay ka, may pamangkin ka.
Very seldom yung wala.
Oo. So, lahat tayo mother tayo in that sense. Okay? So it's just that the role, nanay tayo lahat kasi lahat tayo nag-aalaga na may dependence, may umaasa sa atin. Somebody is following us. So that's our role as a mom, as a role model. So as for branding purposes lang talaga na I have to really say my, who I am, who I speak to, but basically I'm open to everybody.
That's the reason why I was drawn to you. Kahit ako yung isang lalaki, di ba? That's the reason I was drawn to you because hindi naman mom is about again, it's about the gender. It's about the nurturing part, and you best explained it that way. Na for all OFWs that out there, right? Aspiring OFW as well. Marami sa inyo na sinasabi nyo hindi nyo kaya, right? A single mom or an OFW mom na napunta sa ibang bansa, mag-isa, homesick, sabi niya, hindi ko na kaya. Let Miss Anna Santos be an inspiration. Na if she can do it, you can too.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, not only for her, that hindi lang siya. There's always a single person. If there's a single person na nakagawa na matalunan niya ang kanyang kahirapan, ang kanyang pinagdadaanan ngayon. If you know someone na naka-jump to that obstacle, it means you can too. That's the whole purpose of this OFWpreneurs podcast, to inspire you to jump that entrepreneur, get into that entrepreneurial spirit and jump. Right?
Yep.
Maraming benefits na makukuha. One of which is to actually work from home. Yan ang dream ko eh. Yan ang dream ko. I think there's a thinking for this podcast that I can do this podcast as my career. Diba? To inspire other people. Kung may radio host na successful, I think there's a niche for me here. Yun ang selfish dream ko yun dito. But the thing is, the purpose of this is to inspire all of you that if someone did it and he or she was successful, then you can do it. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the title of this episode, Ms. Santos, is OFWpreneurs, Anna Santos with big ideas. So, to recap, what's the big idea, Ms. Anna Santos? What's the big idea you can impart?
Okay, let me just get started with saying, kasi you discussed about or you mentioned about success. Kasi sa akin, ang success, it doesn't have to be like, being famous or getting a lot of money or something. Yeah. Success is something that you should define from yourself. Kasi ang success para sa akin is to be able to be with my family. Yeah. And I think, alam ko may mas successful sa akin, pero ako sa sarili ko, alam ko successful ako just because I was able to do my dream. And mahirap yon. And as simple as building a karinderya is kung yun ang dream mo, successful ka na. But hindi ko sinasabi na pag successful ka na, tumigil ka. There are so many ways where you can really, let's say, get started with one small and then the ideas go bigger kasi you have just tested your capacity but you don't stop. Okay? And malalaman mo lang ang capacity mo until, nagawa ko pala yon. And then you just level up. And ako kasi, hindi ko naman mararating ito kung talagang hindi yun baka sakali. Talagang, as in, leap of faith with God's help and guidance and wisdom. Yun talaga ang pinanlaban ko. Tsaka, tiwala sa sarili. Hindi pagiging conceited, iba yun. Confidence in oneself, the ability to do something great is one of the main ingredients plus hard work. Kasi unang-una, alam mo, you must be your own first advocate of who you are, the confidence. Kasi kung, eto, kinoach ko lang to sa estudyante ko kanina kasi sabi niya, sabi ko, gaano ka kasaya? 7. Sabi ko, bakit 7? Ba't wala yung 3? Kasi 10 ang perfect score. Sabi ko, do you know that yung, let's say, kasi part ng happiness ang children. Sabi ko, ang children natin, we cannot hold them like until the end. Kung ang children mo have their own lives, ibig sabihin, wala na ang happiness mo. I think this may sound parang selfish, but happiness should come from you first. 10. No matter what the circumstance is, 10 should be the happiness for you. Why? Because pag nawala yung mga inaasahan mo ng happiness, wala na. So what if ikaw mismo masaya ka na? Hindi ko sinasabing perfect ang buhay namin. Of course not. There's no such thing. And no matter how hard I try, it cannot be perfect. But if I know sa akin na confident ako that I can do that and I believe in me, I love me. That's also one of the things that I thought I wrote in the Mommy Can Buy Happiness, self-love. Because you can only give what you have. If you don't love yourself first, how can you love your children? How can you love your spouse? How can you love God? Kasi if you're empty-handed, di ba nga, pagka ang cup mo empty, how can you give your loved ones or somebody else, right? So you have to fill up yourself first. It's not in a selfish way, but you have to love you. You have to be confident first. You have to be motivated first. These are inside job. Okay? No one you shouldn't be buying motivation from other people actually. Para sa akin, sabi ko nga, I've been motivated enough by other people. Sabi ko, I stop because I want to motivate me. I want to buy motivation for myself. So yun, if I'm feeling down, I just look at the source of my motivation, my children. I look at them. So go to something or that will trigger your motivation where you are getting the strength from. Or of course, sanabi ko nga kanina, hindi ka umaasa, but that will trigger that so that that will help yourself to be motivated.
Yes. Guys, self-motivation comes from self-love. And don't give yourself if you're going to rate yourself or your happiness, parang don't settle for anything less than 10. Parang ganun yung sinasabi mo, di ba?
Kasi yung sabi ni kay Brother Bo Sanchez, di ba, yung ating love tank, dapat laging puno yan. So, kasi pagka ang love tank mo, kalahati, ano ibibigay mo sa mga loved ones mo? Kalahati, or minsan walang natira sa'yo. So, kung galit ka, galit din ang ibibigay mo sa loved ones mo. Most of the time na ang recipient ng emotions natin, yung love, yung next sa atin, sino ba ang next sa atin? Di ba? Anak mo, asawa mo. Whereas if you're, alam mo yun, it's hard. I know it's easier said than done, but that's how it works.
Nakakatuwa yung sabi mo na about love that you give. For me, it's my version of it is about joy is already in your heart, and joy when you give out is called happiness.
Yep. I agree.
So find joy in your heart, and everything will come through.
Yep.
So it's also in the Bible. I forgot the verse, but the thing is, it's a joy. Happiness is joy given away. It's outward. Joy is inward. And ang galing sa boy, it's an inside job. Ang galing na rin.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. I can't explain that further than how Miss Santos explained that to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast, enjoyed all the learnings that Miss Santos. Stay tuned for the next few series of her episodes here in
Sure, I'm more than happy to do that.
So, and nakakatuwa talaga kasi for me, almost every podcast sinasabi sa mga tao, true busy people have time. Goes with your productivity priority. Nakakatawa yan kasi pagka sinabi mga tao, hindi busy ako eh, diba? Actually, yung mga busy people, they have time because they know how to prioritize their time.
Actually, this one, just the best example, this one, I could have just said no because I have a lot, but I wanted to impart the message to your listeners, and it's also part of my giving back. So sabi ko, 2 hours from me, I could have just worked, for something else, but I wanted to give back, and that's why I said yes to you right away. I didn't say no. Sabi ko, gagawa natin ng paraan yan. But actually, talagang packed talaga ako. If you look at my calendar, it's like talagang full talaga. But as in, I'm happy to do that. I'm so glad.
I appreciate this, Miss Santos. Nakakatuwa yung ating conversation. Parang matagal tayo magkalala, pero hindi naman. Yung first time.
Yes.
Right? So, for all the people around the whole world, OFWs and aspiring OFWs, salamat sa pakikinig. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night sa inyong lahat. At I know your dreams will come true. Just have yourself love. Ika nga na Miss Santos. Bye-bye, everyone.
I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.